Morgan keeping it himself across the line and into the end zone. Touchdown, Dragons. Has the tight end wide open up the middle. There's the catch and the touchdown. Good afternoon and welcome to Trinity Academy in Wichita for day 2 of the Trinity Academy tournament. I'm Josh Leder, along with me, my beautiful wife Jenny, running the camera today. I can't tell her how much we appreciate that. Getting set for today's matchup, both boys and girls, with the Pittsburg Dragons taking on Cimarron High School from way out west of Dodge City, almost mountain time out there. And they look to be the Blue Jays, maybe? It's my call. It's not included in this literature that I have in front of me, but I'm fairly certain. And Cimarron in action last night against the host school, Trinity Academy here. The Cimarron girls won their game 45-31 over Trinity, and the boys dropped a 68-49 decision against the Knights. And the Dragons will take on Trinity tomorrow afternoon in the, I guess, the finale for the Dragons of this tournament out here in Wichita. It's been a great opportunity to travel, spend some quality time at the Holiday Inn Northeast here in Wichita, and for me, I never miss an opportunity to get Chipotle, so it's been really good so far. Dragon girls and boys played last night. The girls dropped their game to Wamego 52-38. The boys picked up their first win of the season, defeating Wamego 49-35. Not exactly what you'd call a shootout, but it's a dub, and Coach Jesse Moss and his squad will take it any day of the week. So a win is a win is a win. I don't know who said it, but they were so right. So we're about 12 minutes away from tip-off here in Wichita. We'll step away for a quick break. We'll come back with the Community National Bank and Trust pregame show. You're watching Dragon basketball on Pittsburgh Sports Live.
Today we're going to do an experiment to see just how fast Crawlcan's multi-gig internet is. In your email, you'll find 2 links. When I say go, click on the first link to download the 500 gigabyte test file. Go! Okay, now when I say go, click on the second link in your email to upload the file. Go! I guess it really does eclipse all other internet.
Release the Crawlcan. Monstrous multi-gig speeds for a low, no-nonsense price.
Having the right financial partner can make all the difference. Community National Bank and Trust believes banking should do more than just hold your money. We support your goals, simplify your day-to-day, and give you room to grow with quality banking services. Withdraw, transfer, invest, apply for loans, and talk with our banking professionals online, over the phone, or in person. Let Community National Bank and Trust help you build a banking experience that works for you. Community National Bank and Trust, equal housing lender and member FDIC.
Whether you're trying to make the most of the next harvest, navigating a changing business landscape, or planning for the next chapter in your life, the professionals at Prime Accounting Solutions are here to help. With 10 locations, Prime Accounting offers convenient, friendly accounting and tax services at a fair price. Payroll, bookkeeping, business planning, personal tax filing, and more. And now Prime is the place to go for insurance. To find a location near you, go to primeaccounting.net.
Having the right financial partner can make all the difference. Community National Bank and Trust believes banking should do more than just hold your money. We support your goals, simplify your day-to-day, and give you room to grow with quality banking services. Withdraw, transfer, invest, apply for loans, and talk with our banking professionals online, over the phone, or in person. Let Community National Bank and Trust help you build a banking experience that works for you. Community National Bank and Trust, equal housing lender and member FDIC.
Whether you're trying to make the most of the next harvest, navigating a changing business landscape, or planning for the next chapter in your life, the professionals at Prime Accounting Solutions are here to help. With 10 locations, Prime Accounting offers convenient, friendly accounting and tax services at a fair price. Payroll, bookkeeping, business planning, personal tax filing, and more. And now Prime is the place to go for insurance. To find a location near you, go to primeaccounting.net.
Chicken Annie's of Girard is something to crow about. Their family-style restaurant continues the Southeast Kansas tradition with their specialty fried chicken, plus famous homemade onion rings, chicken and noodles, and so much more. And of course, their delicious homemade pies. Dine in or carry out available. Chicken Annie's of Girard has the best value, flavor, and service in the area. Stop in soon or call for catering. 620-724-4090.
Welcome back to Trinity Academy in Wichita, getting set for day 2 of the Trinity High School basketball tournament. And Pittsburg Dragons getting set to take on the Blue Jays of Cimarron High School. I got to get used to not saying Wamego. That was last night's opponent. Dragon girls fell in that one 52-38. Despite a 13-point performance by Adelie Gober, just nobody else really able to get it going last night for the Dragons. And a lot of turnovers in that one allowed Wamego to catch up and then pull ahead late. And the Dragons unable to gain any ground in the second half. And Wamego got out of there with the victory. Dragons fell to 2-2 on the season, trying to get the train back on the tracks today against a tough Cimarron squad. They won last night over the host school, Trinity Academy. The girls won 45-31 over Trinity Academy. Their boys lost 68-49, and the Dragon boys will play Cimarron's boys directly following this one. But yeah, that's where we stand right now. And we're going to go ahead and step away for another break and come back. We'll get you starting lineups as we get closer to tip-off here in Wichita. We do want to let you know that our pregame show is brought to you by Community National Bank and Trust. And we'll be back here in just a minute. You're watching Dragon Basketball on Pittsburgh Sports Live.
At the Farm and Ranch Division of the Four-State Agency, we're a team of experts who genuinely care about you and your farming operation. That's why whether it's a visit to your farm or a friendly chat at our office, we're committed to delivering the service you deserve. Our team is fully licensed in both crop insurance and LRP, allowing us to cover your entire farming operation across Kansas, Missouri, Oklahoma, and Arkansas. Contact us today to see how we can help.
Selling equipment can be a hassle, whether you're needing to replace an old tractor or you're finally getting to retire. The time and energy needed to clean, prep, promote, and sell seems daunting. That's why you need Tyler Jackman and Big Iron Auctions. From one piece to the whole farm, Big Iron Auctions can deliver your items to more than 750,000 registered bidders. Call Tyler Jackman at 620-404-8115 or learn more at BigIronAuctions.com.
At Girard Medical Center, our physical and occupational therapy department is dedicated to helping you bounce back stronger. Whether you're recovering from an injury, surgery, or just want to move better every day. From student athletes to seniors, we provide personalized care and expert support right here at home. To learn more about our therapy department and our other services, visit GirardMedicalCenter.com, a proud supporter of the Girard Trojans and your hometown team for health and healing. Rooted in rural, focused on you.
From the phone call to the service call, Roto-Rooter is there with fast and reliable sewer and drain service. From repair and replacement to septic and grease trap pumping, Roto-Rooter is here for you. With video inspections, Roto-Rooter can identify the exact issue to get the repair done quickly and correctly. Complete sewer line repairs or replacements, Roto-Rooter has you covered. Serving Crawford, Bourbon, and Cherokee counties, Roto-Rooter, 620-231-5630.
This is the Community National Bank and Trust pregame show brought to you by Community National Bank and Trust. Your neighbors, your partners, and your biggest supporters. From personal and business banking to mortgages, credit cards, and investments, C&B has the tools you need with the service you deserve. Equal housing lender. Member FDIC. Learn more online at mybankcnb.com. Community National Bank and Trust, where community comes first. Now you see the Dragon girls out there getting warmed up for this afternoon's matchup with the Blue Jays of Cimarron High School. The Dragons dropped the opener in this tournament. We don't need to talk about that anymore. Cimarron won their opener over the host school, Trinity Academy, 45-31. The Dragons going to have their work cut out for them against what looked like last night just to the naked eye. We stuck around for about the first quarter of that game. A pretty talented and disciplined squad from Cimarron. So the Dragons going to have to take care of the ball tonight if they want to come away with a win against this Cimarron squad that, although they don't have a lot of size and height out there, they do have some good guard play, ball handlers, and they seem to work together pretty well as a team out there. And so the Dragons going to have to bring their A game here in this one. All right, let's step away for our final break of the pregame and come back with starting lineups and tip-off from here in Wichita. We're at the Trinity Academy Tournament. Dragons and the Blue Jays of Cimarron coming up right after this on Pittsburgh Sports Live.
Nothing says luxury like a Lincoln. Take advantage of 0% financing for 66 months right now on the all-new Lincoln Navigator. Come see us today at Mike Carpino Family of Ford Lincoln Dealerships, Columbus, Parsons, Pittsburgh.
When it comes to having your labs drawn, you have a choice of where to go. For 30 years, MagLab has focused on providing quality lab work that is accurate and timely. MagLab's walk-in service typically gets you in and out in under 5 minutes with same-day results. Locally owned and operated, MagLab takes most insurances, including Medicaid, and has historically had the lowest out-of-pocket prices. So when it comes to having labs drawn, don't be told where to go. Choose for yourself. Choose MagLab.
It's the rush. Every touchdown, basket, goal, or lap is filled with excitement. It's why we love the game. It's why we play the game. It's also why we bet on the game. The rush is why we need a plan to bet responsibly and not lose more than we can afford. Problem sports gambling can ruin the love we have for sports. So know when enough is enough. Know when the game is playing you. Contact 1-800-GAMBLER for help today.
Welcome back to Trinity High School in Wichita, site of the Trinity Academy Tournament. This is day 2. Dragons getting set to take on the Blue Jays of Cimarron High School. They're talking starting lineups right now, so I think it's time for us to do the same. Your starting lineups brought to you by Vietti Auto Body and Alignment in Pittsburgh on the corner of 4th and Joplin since 1948. With John Holland and Bill Hunt now in the Vietti Alignment shop. If it can be aligned, those guys will align it. From golf carts and side-by-sides all the way up to F550s and small buses, they'll get it done. Schedule your appointment by calling Vietti Auto Body and Alignment, 620-231-6230. First for the Cimarron Blue Jays, they'll start number 1, a 5'6" senior, Kinley Frank. Number 2, a 5'5" sophomore, Taylor Copper. Number 11, a 5'7" senior, Tegan Escom. Number 14, a 5'5" sophomore, Gentry Wilson. And number 15, a 5'6" sophomore, Kinsey Hessman. For the Dragons, he said, the Dragons going to start number 2, senior Odessa Reed. Number 4, senior Anna Jorge. Number 10, junior Adelie Gober. Number 11, senior Sophia Hertrick. And number 30, sophomore Mackenzie English. So that's your starting 5 for the Dragons. It's been the starting 5 for most of the year. Getting set to tip this one off. Our opening tip brought to you by B&B Excavating. The numbers don't lie. Dirt's heavy, so trust the guys at B&B Excavating to move what needs moving. Specializing in septic systems, water line install and repair, driveways, rock hauling, and leveling. Call B&B Excavating at 620-724-2735. So Mackenzie English set to jump it against Kinsey Hessman. Dragons control the tip. They're in the visiting purple today. Gober with it. Free throw line to Jorge. They get it down low to English. Kicks it back out to Gober. Re-enters to English. Spinning off the glass. Good. And the foul. So that's what you want to see. If you're a Dragon fan today, as Mackenzie English getting involved quickly. She just had 2 points last night. A really uncharacteristic performance out of Mackenzie English. And already tonight she's on the board and earned a trip to the stripe. She hits the free throw. Dragons lead 3-0. They whistled that foul on Kinsey Hessman, number 15. That's her first personal and the first team foul on Cimarron tonight. Copper will handle it up the floor. Shot on the way from the far side. Too strong, but the rebound right there in the putback. I believe that was Escom, and it was. And the lead for the Dragons is 1, 7:24 to play first quarter. Gober with it on the left wing, gets it down low to Reed. Her shot off the front iron just didn't get enough on it to get it up over the rim. And a quick foul against, I think they're going to get Hertrich with this one. And they do. That's her first team foul on the Dragons. And now Haskam will handle it up the floor for Cimarron, guarded by Anna Jorge. She'll pick it up at the elbow, tries to hand it off, and right there to break that one up is Hertrich, off and running, off the glass and good for Sophia, her first bucket of the night. Dragons lead it 5-2. The entry pass is deflected, but tracked down by Kinley Frink, and then she hits the floor, battling for the loose ball with Anna Jorge. She appears to be okay. And it'll stay with Cimarron. I made the mistake of looking down at my score sheet, so I kind of missed everything that happened there. It's a good trait for a play-by-play guy. Frink to inbound. Gets it into Copper. She's going to get it across the timeline. And now back to Frink, and the Blue Jays will set up the offense into the corner to Escom. Drives baseline, kicks, and now a held ball. I think possession arrow favors the Blue Jays. They're going to hang on to it. And Escom will inbound from the baseline. I'm sorry, that's not Escom. That's Gentry Wilson. Gets it in to Escom. Now back to Wilson. Her shot way too strong. Jorge had the rebound, but it's ripped away. And now another entry pass. Dragons contain, I guess, on the backside of that defense, and then it's an easy bucket. And I think that was Wilson who got that one in. Shot no good, tipped around. Rebound comes down to Escom, and she's fouled right away by Reed, and that's not a good foul for the Dragons. And she had that rebound. No need to jab and grab in there. Just go down and play defense. And Reed thought she could poke it loose. The official right there whistled the foul. Frink trying to get it in, and does, to Escom. The pass ahead off the hands. And Dragons quickly down the other way, and English right under the bucket to get the easy 2 as it went off the hands of Copper. And another steal on an inbounds by the Dragons. Hertrich with it. Collision, no whistle. Now into English in the middle of the lane. A little underhanded layup. Reed gets the rebound and is fouled on the floor. We'll see who they whistle this one on. And they're going to get Taylor Copper with that one. That's her first. Second team foul, I believe. Yes, on Cimarron. Both teams with 2 team fouls. As Frank will sit. English with another bucket. Dragons by 5. They lead it 9-4 here. This is Escom with it. Now to Hessman. Her shot no good, but a foul. And Reed picks up her second. And it'll send Hessman to the line to shoot 2. First shot rattles in. It touched almost every part of the rim. You don't get extra points for that, but you know. Second shot in and out. Rebound Jorge. Dragons look to push. This is Angie Miller, just checked into the game. Gives it up to English, thought about a 3 and then walked with it. And Dragons turn it right back over, and turnovers were a killer against Wamego last night. I hate to rip the Band-Aid off by talking about that, but got to take care of the basketball today. Hartrich guarding Frink up the floor. She'll give it up to Wilson. Now back to Copper, driving through the lane, dishes. This is Escom. And Wilson again with Jorge on her, loses out of bounds. Last touch by the Dragons. It'll stay with Cimarron. 16 seconds on the shot clock. Wilson inbounds, and it's stolen away. Jorge comes away with it for the Dragons. And they'll be back on the offensive end. 4:50 to play. First quarter. Gober thought about a 3. Now gets it to the elbow to Hertrich. Outside to English. She'll take a 3. Off the back iron. No good. Rebound comes down to Escom. And quickly coming back the other way is Escom. Her shot no good. Miller pushes it up the floor for the Dragons. Now she'll pump the brakes. And they'll set up the half court. Right down low to Hertrich. Now to Jorge. Back up top to Gober. She'll pull the trigger on a 3. In and out. Rebound Wilson. Wilson with it, top of the key, gets it down low to Hessman. She's fouled, and English is going to pick this one up, I believe. And if you're the Dragons, you really want to keep Mackenzie English out of foul trouble as much as possible because she's doing pretty well on the offensive end tonight.
Number 30, Mackenzie English, her first team.
And that'll send Hessman to the line for a pair. She's 1 of 2 from the stripe tonight. In and out. An ungenerous rim, I would call it. English with the rebound off the miss. So 1 of 4 from the charity stripe as Hessman tonight. English will handle it up the floor for the Dragons. Under 4 minutes to play first quarter. Jorge with it on the far side. Kicks it over to Elkamil. She'll pull the trigger on a 3. No good. Tipped around. Battle for the rebound. Loose ball comes to Escom. And she's going to handle it up the floor. Dragons need to get back, play some defense. Her layup too strong, but the rebound right there. No box out. And Elkamil comes down with it for the Dragons. They're fortunate not to give up a bucket there. Hanging on to this 4-point lead. 3.5 to play first quarter. And Miller throws it away. That's the problem the Dragons had last night. Was their passing, and it bites them right here. Open shot, no good, tipped around, and it's going to be out of bounds. And it will stay with the Blue Jays. Somebody's going to have to inbound it. Here we go. Copper will inbound from the baseline for Cimarron. Gets it into Escom. Back to Copper, shot no good. Dragons need to box out on these rebounds. Kinsey Hessman is killing them under the boards tonight. Like, find number 15. Make sure she doesn't have an open look at the bucket. All right. Copper to inbound again. Let's do it again. She gets it into Ashlyn Randa, who just checked into the game. And they'll back it out top. Escom with it over to Alyssa Bogner. And a bucket for Escom. And a timeout on the floor, a full timeout. We'll take it as well. Dragons leading 7-9. Led it 9-4. And take care of the basketball when we come back. You're watching Dragon Basketball on Pittsburgh Sports Live.
Having the right financial partner can make all the difference. Community National Bank and Trust believes banking should do more than just hold your money. We support your goals, simplify your day-to-day, and give you room to grow with quality banking services. Withdraw, transfer, invest, apply for loans, and talk with our banking professionals online, over the phone, or in person. Let Community National Bank and Trust help you build a banking experience that works for you. Community National Bank and Trust, equal housing lender and member FDIC.
Dragons with the ball coming out of the timeout, leading by 2, 7-9 over the Cimarron Blue Jays, but the Dragons led it 9-4 at one point and turned the ball over. English with it, middle of the lane. She's tripped up and falls. There's going to be a foul call on the inside, and they're going to whistle Escom with that one. That's her first. I believe just the third team foul on Cimarron. Somehow they have Pittsburgh with 5 team fouls. I missed one.
English shooting 2.
English at the line to shoot a pair. And they ruled she was in the process of shooting. Looked like she was in the process of tripping. And now they're going to correct this call and call it on the floor, even though... Okay. Well, this makes more sense, I suppose. Elkamil gets it into English. She's triple teamed. And the ball comes out to Miller. And we're going to have a held ball. And it'll stay with the Dragons. Just not clean with the ball. And English, when you're triple teamed, you got to kick it out and not try to dribble out of a triple team. Over the top to Hertrich. Shot on the way, off the mark. Rebound tipped by Jorge, but not controlled. Ends up with Escom of Cimarron. Little scoop layup, no good. Rebound English. Pass ahead to Jorge. Now to Hertrich. They're going to whistle a foul on the floor again. I think this one's going to go against Copper. That'll be her second.
Foul number 2, Taylor Copper.
And for the Dragons, these inbound plays they have not looked good. So, not a great thing to be inbounding from under your own bucket. Miller will sit. And I believe it was Hertrich who checked back in. Get it out to Gober on the far side, up top to English. And Hertrich will back it out. They'll reset. Everybody moving. Into the corner to Elkamil. Now to Hertrich, driving down the lane, gets it over to Jorge, back out to Elkamil, open for 3, and she drills it. Good ball movement that time by the Purple Dragons, as there were about 4 passes that led to a wide open look for Kendall Elkamil, and she delivered. Dragon lead back to 5, 12-7, and they're going to whistle a foul on English, and that's not where you want Mackenzie English committing fouls, on the absolute opposite end of the floor on a ball handler. And English will sit. Briley Mantooth set to check into the game, and not a good foul. And that's her second. And for the Dragons, Coach Gegg's got to keep her out of foul trouble, so English will sit with 2, because we still got 1:39 to play here in this first quarter. Shot in and out. I think that's Escom who's shooting. That first one did everything but go down. Second shot is good. So 4-point lead for the Dragons. Gober handling it up the floor and almost throws it right into the hands of a defender. Gets it back as Escom got both hands on it. Couldn't secure it. Hertrich with it. Back to Gober, top of the key. Trying to get it down low to Mantooth and does. Briley's shot up off the iron. No backboard on that one, and Cimarron comes away with it. Escom with it. Kicking it over. Loose ball. And Cimarron secures it. Now Escom with it, top of the key. Elkamil guarding her. She picks up her dribble. Throws it away to Hertrich. Now Hertrich headed down the floor with it. In transition, off the glass and good. Sophia Hertrich. 4 points early in this one. Dragon lead is 6. Under a minute to play first quarter. Man, what'd they call there? Is it a backcourt? What was that? I should never look at my scorebook. I have no idea. All right, well, you saw it. Rewind. Somebody text me. Let me know what happened. Gober with it, top of the key now for the Dragons after the turnover. Elkamil way out beyond the three-point line. She'll give it up. Now Jorge with it, throws it off the back of the backboard. You don't see that if you had that on your bingo card for turnovers. That's a first. And another like one-handed football pass that goes awry for the Dragons. Under 30 seconds. Now Cimarron with an opportunity to cut this lead in half if they make a three-point bucket here. Escom with it, guarded by Elkamil. Into the corner, a little two-point shot on the way from Copper. Can't get it to fall. Shot is blocked on the shot it there is a whopper of a foul. As Elkamil sends Taylor Copper to the floor. And now Copper will head to the line to shoot two. I think that's Elkamil's first. And then the Dragons just need to get out of this quarter. First shot in and out. Man, that is an ungenerous rim down there on that end. I bet you Cimarron's ready to switch ends here at the end of the period. I mean, I've seen so many shots do everything but drop on this end. Copper's second shot off the back iron. Tipped out of bounds. They're going to say last touch by Jorge. And it will stay with Cimarron. Get it into Escom. Shot no good. Battle for the rebound. She gets it back, and Dragons get a rebound. And it's out of bounds. That'll end the first quarter. Pittsburg leading 14-8. We'll take a quick break, and we'll be back. You're watching Dragon Basketball on Pittsburgh Sports Live.
At GN Bank, we're your neighbor. We see you at the store. We cheer with you at the local football games, serving you with the same friendly faces you have come to know and trust. GN Bank, the best place to bank and borrow.
At the Farm and Ranch Division of the Four-State Agency, we're a team of experts who genuinely care about you and your farming operation. That's why whether it's a visit to your farm or a friendly chat at our office, we're committed to delivering the service you deserve. Our team is fully licensed in both crop insurance and LRP, allowing us to cover your entire farming operation across Kansas, Missouri, Oklahoma, and Arkansas. Contact us today to see how we can help.
After one, the Dragons leading Cimarron 14-8. Pittsburgh's girls looking to bounce back from a loss to Wamego last night. So far, so good. here in this one, and a quick foul to begin the quarter. And they're going to get El Camille with that one. That's her second pretty quickly. Cimarron inbound from the baseline. They get it in, tipped around, and Odessa Reed comes away with it for the Dragons. She's trailed by some defenders, gets shoved in the back, and there's no foul. And it'll be out of bounds to the Dragons, even though nobody but Odessa Reed touched the ball. So I don't know. If it's not a foul, it should be Cimarron's ball. They get in and over the top to Reed. Middle of the lane. Shot on the way. Off the back iron. No good. Rebound comes down to Frink. And back the other way come the Blue Jays. This is Katrina Walker with it. Short on the three-pointer. Battle for the rebound. Dragons having a real hard time getting defensive rebounds tonight. That shot was blocked by Jorge, and she comes away with it. Angie Miller handling up the floor. Gives it up to Gober. Into the corner to El Camille. Looking down low for Reed as Mackenzie English getting a little bit of a break. Reed loses the handle down low right into the hands of Miller, though. The Dragons will keep it. Over in the corner to El Camille. She'll try a three off the mark. Rebound comes down to Frink for the Blue Jays. Quickly ahead to Gentry Wilson. And it comes away to Jorge again for the Dragons. So neither team doing the best job of taking care of the ball, and that's fortunate for Pittsburgh as they hold on to this 6-point lead. And the offense to start the second quarter hasn't looked sharp until that moment right there when Adelie Gober gets her first bucket of the game. Dragon lead is 8. Shot on the way, off the mark, right into the hands of Angie Miller. She's going to handle it up the floor. And now slams on the brakes at the wing, gives it back up to Gober, top of the key, trying to go down low to Jorge, can't handle the pass. Dragons turn it over. Somebody's got to get back on defense. And again, offensive rebound and a bucket for Kinsey Hessman. That's got to drive Coach Gegg absolutely crazy. And there's a timeout now on the floor, and we're probably going to discuss boxing out. It's a 30-second timeout. We'll stay right here. 5.5 left to play. First half, Dragons lead at 16-10. And Cimarron's been owning the boards tonight on their offensive end. And Coach Gegg just got onto her team like, wake up. And there's a turnover on the offensive end, trying to lob it in, and then a foul immediately after the turnover. I think that's going to go against English. And another really bad foul on the wrong end of the floor if this one's whistled against English, and it is. That's her third. Anna Jorge into the game. Mackenzie English is going to sit, and you can't grab people like that after a rebound and not expect to get whistled for it. It's just officials are going to call that every time. Escom with it, kicks it over into the corner. Three-point shot on the way is good for Copper, and that's her first field goal of the day. She's got 3 points, and just like that, it's a 3-point game. Take care of the ball for the Dragons. Miller into the middle of the lane to Hertrich, throws it away, trying to get it to Mantooth. Another turnover by the Dragons, and it's like snowball effect. Once they start turning the ball over, it's just everybody's going to do it. It's no one particular player. You can't. It's the darndest thing. Tegan Escom handling the ball up the floor for Cimarron. They trail by 3. 1 possession game now. 5 minutes to play first half. The Dragons absolutely imploded in the second half last night against Wamego, which allowed a 9-point lead. for the Lady Raiders at the break after the Dragons led during that first half. So trying to avoid that here tonight. There's a missed shot, and it should be purple ball. It is. And the Dragons will have it after the rebound tipped out of bounds. Last touch by, didn't see who, but somebody in white. And it's Dragons' chance to build on this 3-point lead, but they got to take care of the basketball. And the passing just hasn't looked at all good here over the last couple minutes. Elkamil with it in the corner. She draws a crowd, kicks it back out to Miller, who will try a three. Off the back iron, rebound Jorge. She drives into a crowd. Now kicks it back out to Miller. A lot of standing around on the perimeter for the Dragons. Elkamil drives. There's a shot. Jorge with the rebound. Kicks it out to Mantooth. She'll take a three and drills it. Briley Mantooth into the scoring column tonight with her first bucket. And that pushes the Dragon lead back to 6. They've led by as many as 8 here early. Under 4 minutes to play first half. Escom with it. She'll give it up to Wilson on the wing. Back to Escom. Thought about it. Now Frink with it. Back over to Wilson as they work it around the perimeter, trying to get this defense to back off. There it is. Frink going to try a three. Off the mark. Tipped out of bounds. It'll be Dragon ball. And they say last touch by Ashlyn Randa. Or perhaps last touch by Emery May. Jorge with it on the wing. Going to drive to the elbow. Kicks outside to Mantooth. Now back up top to Miller. Miller puts it on the floor. Lob pass inside to Reed. Those haven't looked good tonight. One-handed pass from Reed out to Elkamil. Dangerous. Elkamil handles it. Trying to get it down low to Jorge was Mantooth, and that's a long entry pass to get it in over the top to Jorge, who had some position down low briefly. But the Dragons turn it over. Mantooth will sit. Gober back into the game for the Dragons. They lead it 19-13 here with about 3 minutes left to play first half. Escom, middle of the lane to May. Kicks it outside to Wilson. Now back up top to Escom, guarded by Elkamil. She picks up her dribble, gets it back to Wilson on the wing with Jorge in front of her. Now May with it into the corner. They had a brief look. Off the glass, no good. Another offensive rebound and putback. Emery May this time all alone under the bucket with the rebound and the easy gimme layup. And the Dragons not boxing out at all. There's an air ball on a three-point attempt, so that'll turn it back over to Cimarron. Dragons leading by 4 momentarily. 2:22 to play first half. This is May with it on the wing, looking down low. Now Escom going to drive, has it poked away by Elkamil. She's fortunate to not get a whistle on that one, but she recovered from behind. And fortunate. Hertrich is going to check into the game. Jorge will sit.
Here we go.
Wilson inbound for Cimarron. Gets it in. Easy gimme layup for Hessman right under the bucket for 5 points, for her. And we're back to a 2-point lead for the Dragons. Second quarters have been rough this year for Pittsburgh. One-handed pass into the corner to Gober. Gets it back out to Angie Miller. Back to Gober in the corner. She'll try a three and drills it. Natalie Gober with 5 points. Good ball movement that time by the Dragons. They lead it by 5 here early. It's been a low-scoring first half. Shot on the way from Wilson for 3 off the back iron, no good. Long rebound, nobody tracks it down. They're gonna say last touch by Hertrich, and it will stay with Cimarron. Frank to inbound from the far side. Some subs into the game. Katrina Walker in, as well as Alyssa Bogner. Back into the game for Cimarron. They'll get it in to Escom. Driving right through 2 purple jerseys. Her shot no good. And an offensive rebound, but stolen away by Gober, and then she throws it away. Could have just hung on to that one. And Elkamil gets away with one. Shot no good. Rebound out of bounds. Last touch by Pittsburg. It'll stay with Cimarron. Giving the ball right back off a turnover is a big problem for this squad and has been all season long. And it's just the throwing an outlet pass when it's not there. That one ripped out of the hands of Reed, but it will be Dragon ball. Elkamil to inbound. A little over a minute and change to play. First half, Dragons leading at 22-17. And they've led by as many as 8 in this first half. Oh, another dangerous oh my goodness. Entry pass to Reed. Reed slaps it out. Elkamil's going to try a three. In and out. Rebound. Walker for Cimarron. Dragons, I don't know if they've gotten 5 rebounds all game. And there's a foul on a player who was out of control and on her knee. And they're going to get Elkamil with this one. I believe that's Kendall's third, and it is. Under a minute, no fouls. That would be great for the Dragons here. Can you get 34 seconds without committing a foul? Escom right down the lane off the glass. Good. She's got 5 points. It's a 3-point game. 23 seconds. Can the Dragons hold on to this lead into the half? We shall see. Miller with it, top of the key. Dribbling around, hands it off to Elkamil. Into the corner to Gober, had a hard time with the pass. There's a turnover. Trying to get it down low to Hertrich. .9 seconds. One possession game here at the half. Dragons have led by 8 and led by 7, and they'll lead by 3 at the break. We'll step away for a quick break. We'll be back with the GN Bank Halftime Show. You're watching Dragon Basketball on Pittsburgh Sports Live.
At GN Bank, we're your neighbor. We see you at the store. We cheer with you at the local football games, serving you with the same friendly faces you have come to know and trust. GN Bank, the best place to bank and borrow.
Hold on. It's monstrous.
With Crawcan's multi-gig internet, you can experience monstrous speeds for every device in your home or business at the same time for a low, no-nonsense price.
At Girard Medical Center, our physical and occupational therapy department is dedicated to helping you bounce back stronger. Whether you're recovering from an injury, surgery, or just want to move better every day. From student athletes to seniors, we provide personalized care and expert support right here at home. To learn more about our therapy department and our other services, visit GirardMedicalCenter.com, a proud supporter of the Girard Trojans and your hometown team for health and healing. Rooted in rural, focused on you.
From the phone call to the service call, Roto-Rooter is there with fast and reliable sewer and drain service. From repair and replacement to septic and grease trap pumping, Roto-Rooter is here for you. With video inspections, Roto-Rooter can identify the exact issue to get the repair done quickly and correctly. Complete sewer line repairs or replacements, Roto-Rooter has you covered. Serving Crawford, Bourbon, and Cherokee counties, Roto-Rooter, 620-231-5630.
When it comes to having your labs drawn, you have a choice of where to go. For 30 years, MagLab has focused on providing quality lab work that is accurate and timely. MagLab's walk-in service typically gets you in and out in under 5 minutes with same-day results. Locally owned and operated, MagLab takes most insurances, including Medicaid, and has historically had the lowest out-of-pocket prices. So when it comes to having labs drawn, don't be told where to go. Choose for yourself. Choose MagLab.
It's The Rush. Every touchdown, basket, goal, or lap is filled with excitement. It's why we love the game. It's why we play the game. It's also why we bet on the game. The rush is why we need a plan. A plan to bet responsibly and not lose more than we can afford. Problem sports gambling can ruin the love we have for sports. So know when enough is enough. Know when the game is playing you. Contact 1-800-GAMBLER for help today.
Welcome back to Trinity Academy in Wichita. At the half, the Dragons leading the Blue Jays of Cimarron High School 22-19. And it's a half that the Dragons should be up by about 15, but unforced errors and turning the ball over and just a bad night rebounding, I would say, or have allowed Cimarron to hang around in this one, and it's a 3-point game at the half. This is the GN Bank Halftime Show, brought to you by GN Bank, where they've been providing customers with the highest quality financial services in a friendly and personal way for more than 100 years. Whether it's personal, business, or agricultural needs, trust the team at GN Bank. Find out more at gn-bank.com. And let's take a look at some of these scoring totals for the first half. For the Dragons, they're led in scoring by Mackenzie English. She had 7 points in the first quarter and then got into foul trouble in the second quarter, spent most of that period on the bench for the Dragons. And 2 of her fouls, just they're head scratchers because they happened completely on the other end of the floor. And English is your interior defender, a shot blocker for you, a physical rebounder. You want her committing fouls if she is on the other end of the floor for the Dragons, either playing defense or offensively trying to rebound the basketball. And instead, just a couple of ill-advised fouls got her into foul trouble. And Dragons really struggled to score points with her on the bench, and that's been the case all season long. The best thing English could do for the team is stay out of foul trouble and stay on the floor. But she has 7 points. Adelie Gober with 5. Sophia Hertrich has 4. Kendall Elkamil with 3 on a big 3-point bucket in that first quarter. And Briley Mantooth hit a 3-point bucket in the second quarter for her scoring total of 3. For Cimarron, they're led in scoring by Tegan Escom. She has 5 points. She kind of stirs the drink for them. Kenzie Hessman also with 5, as she has had a heck of a night rebounding under the bucket. Every single one of her points, I believe, have come on a putback off a rebound, and the Dragons got to do a much better job of getting her boxed out. Taylor Copper has 3. She had a 3-point bucket in the second quarter. And then Katrina Walker and Emery May with a bucket each to round out, and Gentry Wilson, with a bucket each to round out the scoring for Cimarron. We'll step away for a quick break. We'll be back with more of the GN Bank Halftime Show. You're watching Dragon Basketball on Pittsburgh Sports Live.
Thanks to your support, Canara Eye Care has expanded. With double the space, they offer more exam rooms, larger optical selection, and extended hours to fit your schedule. And with the latest technology, they can quickly diagnose any eye-related issues. All patients are welcome at Canara Eye Care, the clear choice for your...
It's a bird.
It's a plane.
It's Chicken Annie's Girard. When you're facing a chicken emergency, there's only one hero. Catering and carry out from Chicken Annie's Girard. When an onion ring craving is too much to bear, when the family's coming over and you weren't aware, it's Chicken Annie's Girard to the rescue. When there's 20, 30, 100 to feed, you need Chicken Annie's Girard indeed. A heroic value, superb flavor. When there's a chicken emergency, there's only one hero. Chicken Annie's Girard.
Having the right financial partner can make all the difference. Community National Bank and Trust believes banking should do more than just hold your money. We support your goals, simplify your day-to-day, and give you room to grow with quality banking services. Withdraw, transfer, invest, apply for loans, and talk with our banking professionals online, over the phone, or in person. Let Community National Bank and Trust help you build a banking experience that works for you. Community National Bank and Trust, equal housing lender and member FDIC.
Whether you're trying to make the most of the next harvest, navigating a changing business landscape, or planning for the next chapter in your life, the professionals at Prime Accounting Solutions are here to help. With 10 locations, Prime Accounting offers convenient, friendly accounting and tax services at a fair price. Payroll, bookkeeping, business planning, personal tax filing, and more. And now Prime is the place to go for insurance. To find a location near you, go to primeaccounting.net.
Nothing says luxury like a Lincoln. Take advantage of 0% financing for 66 months right now on the all-new Lincoln Navigator. Come see us today at Mike Carpino Family of Ford Lincoln Dealerships, Columbus, Parsons, Pittsburg.
Hold on. It's monstrous.
With Crawcan's multi-gig internet, you can experience monstrous speeds for every device in your home or business at the same time for a low, no-nonsense price.
At GN Bank, we're your neighbor. We see you at the store. We cheer with you at the local football games, serving you with the same friendly faces you have come to know and trust. GN Bank, the best place to bank and borrow.
Welcome back. Cimarron. Oh, I'm sorry. The Dragons will have the ball to start the third quarter. Dragons leading at 22-19 at the half. Mackenzie English on the floor for the Dragons right now with 3 fouls. We have to keep an eye on that tonight, see if she can play a clean third quarter. Gets the ball back, top of the key. She'll back it out, spinning into the lane. Shot from the elbow, off the back iron, no good. Rebound comes down to Taylor Copper for Cimarron with a chance to cut into this 3-point Dragon lead right here. Frink with it, back up top to Escom. She'll drive right into Ana Jorge, and the ball's out of bounds. Last touch by the Dragons. It'll stay with Cimarron. And there's a 5-second violation on the inbound pass, so good job on the defense by the Dragons to string that play out beyond the 5 seconds. Results in a turnover. Pittsburg with the ball back. They had a missed shot on their first possession here of this second half, trying to add to this 3-point lead. Gober with it, over to English on the wing, back to Gober, into the corner to Hertrich. Gets it back in the lane to English. She's triple teamed and fouled in the lane. And they're going to get Taylor Copper with this one reaching in. That's her third. She's the only player for Cimarron right now with more than 1 foul. Gober to inbound. Gets it into Reed. Off the glass and good is Odessa Reed. That's her first bucket of the night. Dragon lead is 5. Escom dribbles up the floor to the free throw line, kicks out. And another offensive rebound for Cimarron. That shot way off the mark, and Hertrich comes away with a loose ball ahead to Reed. Off the glass and good. It's the Odessa Reed show to start the third quarter for the Dragons. Their lead is 7. And now some full court pressure being applied by Pittsburgh. Good job breaking it by Cimarron. Then Jorge comes in from behind for the steal and loses the ball off her leg and gives it right back to Cimarron. Jorge frustrated with herself after that one. And the Dragons, when they create a turnover, it's like they get in a hurry and they just need to take a breath. You've got the ball. Slow down and make good decisions. Now Copper with it, trying to get it down low. It's almost stolen away by Hertrich. And a travel because she never dribbled the ball, so can't take steps down low. I think they whistled Kinsey Hessman with that one. And it gives it back to the Dragons here, leading by 7. The Dragons have had their problems tonight, but so have the Blue Jays. So that's been a fortunate one for the Dragons. That one way too high for Hertrich, and another quick turnover by Pittsburgh. I lost count. I'm not counting because I don't want to. Dragons leading it by 7. Cimarron ball here after a turnover. Frank with it up top of the key, gives it up to Copper. Now Escom with it. Back over to Frank. She's going to pull the trigger on a 3 from the wing. In and out. Rebound, Reed. Now calm. Okay, here we go. Gives it up to Gober, who will handle it up the floor. Hertrich with it in the corner, top of the key to English. She'll try a 3 from straight away. In and out, rebound Reed, kicks it out to Jorge. Jorge dribbling out top, passes it over to Hertrich with one hand. Now Hertrich with it up top to Gober. Into the middle of the lane to English, out to Hertrich. She'll try a 3 off the back iron, no good. And nothing but white jerseys under the bucket. And the smallest player on the floor, Kinley Frank, comes away with the rebound. And Cimarron coaches were telling me she led the team in rebounds last night. So she's got a nose for the ball. Jorge off on the run. Bricks the layup. There's a collision away from the ball. I know English wasn't looking and ran right into Frank and commits her 4th foul. She'll have to sit. El Camil will come into the game. That's what you don't need if you're the Dragons. English getting a foul on the wrong end of the floor, a mile away from the ball. And she'll take a seat with her 4th. Copper to inbound. Gets it into Frank, and we're back underway. Copper with it up top. Gives it up to Gentry, or to Escom. Down low, another travel. Whistled against Hessman, and if you're going to move your feet like that, you got to dribble. She got caught with her back to the basket a couple times and then didn't use a pivot foot, but picked up her feet. El Camil's 3, no good. Battle for the rebound. Reed comes away with it. Her putback, no good. And Escom is down on the floor. You don't like to see that. So there's an official timeout for an injured player. And, you know, when girls hit the floor and we start seeing players kind of get hurt, it riles up the fans. And so it really behooves the officials to kind of stay on top of that. They've done a pretty good job tonight calling fouls. Collisions are going to happen. That sort of thing happens in girls basketball. But Escom's still obviously not 100% getting off the floor there. And she's going to walk this one off over to the Blue Jay bench, and hopefully she's all right, able to return to the game. It will be Dragon Ball coming out of this injury timeout. El Camil will inbound from the baseline. Jorge had a real good look at it, couldn't get a layup to fall last time down the floor. There's an offensive foul going to be called against Reed, who put an elbow right into the chest of Kinsey Hessman, and it's just another unnecessary foul by the Dragons. That's Reed's 3rd, so might want to clean that up. Copper gives it up to Frank. Has it poked away. Again, Jorge, another run out. Off the glass, can't get it to go. Ball's loose on the ground. 3 purple jerseys, nobody can come up with it. Held ball, and it will favor Cimarron. 4:16 to play third quarter. Dragons by 7. It's been the same score, feels like all day. Frank with it on the wing. How many opportunities? Copper going to shoot a 3. Nothing but nothing. It's out of bounds and hitting the floor hard was Kinsey Hessman. She popped right back up, though. Appears to be okay. Actually, that wasn't Hessman who hit the floor. That was Alyssa Bogner. But she popped right up. Dragon ball, under 4 minutes to play, third quarter. Nobody scored. Oh, no, the Dragons have scored 4 here. Reed gets the rebound, kicks it out. Jorge with it into the corner to Hertrich. She'll try a 3 and drills it. So the Dragons by 10, 3:40 to play, and Cimarron is yet to score in this third quarter, and that's fortunate for the Dragons. It hasn't looked sharp for Pittsburg. But so far, Cimarron's had a hard time getting shots to fall here. They've gotten about everything else to work. Copper, little shot on the baseline, no good, right into the hands of Jorge. I think it missed everything and just came right down in Jorge's breadbasket. Anna with it now. Kicks it over to Gober into the corner to Hertrich. Dribbles across the lane, now trying to get it to Jorge. She can't handle the pass. It's turned over to Frank, and then she's fouled by Jorge. And Jorge really needs to stay out of foul trouble. She's the last interior player for the Dragons who's not in foul trouble. Both Reed and English with 3 fouls. And the Dragons would like to just get through this quarter without any of their bigs picking up any more fouls. Copper baseline. Reed steps slowly in front of her. Rebound tipped out. Dragons don't come up with it. And that pass picked off by Jorge. Quick hands to get into the passing lane. Anna trying to get it to head to Hertrich. Into the lane, loses her dribble, and the Dragons turn it right back over. Don't foul. And Angie Miller fouls. That's her first. Wrong end of the floor. I don't know. I'm not keeping a wrong end of the floor foul stat tonight, but the Dragons have committed probably about 4 or 5 fouls on the other end of the floor, either after a rebound, after a steal, something like that, when possession has already changed. And you just need to get back and play defense. So Copper with it. Gives it up to Katrina Walker. Now back up top. This is Ashlyn Randa. Frank with it. Copper driving baseline on Hertrich. She's cut off. Now spins into the lane. Hertrich blocks the shot. Sophia comes away with the ball. She's on the run. Off the glass on the other end. Can't get the layup to fall. Reed with the rebound into the corner to Hertrich. Almost threw it away. Man, a two-handed pass every once in a while would be great to see. And Jorge with it up top. They'll reset. El Camille with it now. Over the corner to Hertrich. Back into the lane to Reed. She's fouled on the shot attempt. They're going to whistle Ashlyn Randa with this one. That'll be her second. And it will send Odessa Reed to the line to shoot a pair for the Dragons. Oh. So Reed to shoot a pair. First shot. I'm sorry, missed the first, missed them both. And a turnover by the Dragons. Just not sharp passing at any point this season. Shot on the way, no good. And fortunately for Pittsburgh, Cimarron having a hard time getting shots to fall. That one did everything but go down. There's a foul on the other end. It's either going to be against Reed or Miller. We'll wait and see. And it should result in free throws because it's the 5th team foul.
Foul number 2, that's Reed.
Yeah, that's on Reed. That's her 4th. Copper hits the first. Said the Dragons need to get through this last 3 minutes without a big picking up a foul. Reed picked up her 4th. Copper misses a free throw, but Cimarron gets the offensive board. And there's a tie-up. And it'll be Dragon ball. Dragons leading by 9. They've led by as many as 10 tonight, this afternoon, whatever it is. Miller with it into the corner to Mantooth, and a low pass to Elkamil. A lot of cross-court passes. And out of bounds, turned it over. How many cross-court passes can you get away with before you turn it over? I think the answer is 3 on that possession. Rando with it up top to Frink. Has it poked away and stolen by Miller. Angie's off and running. Off the glass, can't get the layup to fall. And there's a foul after the shot against the Dragons. And Coach Gegg, man, you can see her down there at the bottom of your screen like, oh my goodness, dude. Oh, man. So Gober's going to get up off the bench and check into the game. And probably going to replace Angie Miller would be my guess. And they got that foul on Elkamil. That's her 3rd. Elkamil will sit. Gober into the game. Dragons just losing a lot of size and defense because of foul trouble. Shot is good by Frank, and now the lead is 8. And another turnover by the Dragons. Frank comes away with it for Cimarron. And the turnover bug is alive and well for this Pittsburgh team. Can they get a rebound? Okay, Gober comes away with it. And now Miller will handle it up the floor, under 20 seconds. Dragons could hold for the last shot, but they don't run a lot of long possessions. And they will hold for the last shot. Miller with it way out beyond the arc. Gives it up to Gober, now down in the lane. And they don't get a shot off, and that'll do it for the 3rd quarter. Dragons lead it by 8. 29-21 over the Cimarron Blue Jays. We'll take a quick break, and we'll be back. You're watching Dragon Basketball on Pittsburgh Sports Live.
At Girard Medical Center, our physical and occupational therapy department is dedicated to helping you bounce back stronger. Whether you're recovering from an injury, surgery, or just want to move better every day. From student athletes to seniors, we provide personalized care and expert support right here at home. To learn more about our therapy department and our other services, visit GirardMedicalCenter.com, a proud supporter of the Girard Trojans and your hometown team for health and healing. Rooted in rural, focused on you.
Having the right financial partner can make all the difference. Community National Bank and Trust believes banking should do more than just hold your money. We support your goals, simplify your day-to-day, and give you room to grow with quality banking services. Withdraw, transfer, invest, apply for loans, and talk with our banking professionals online, over the phone, or in person. Let Community National Bank and Trust help you build a banking experience that works for you. Community National Bank and Trust, equal housing lender and member FDIC.
Well, our scoreboard camera got bumped or moved or something. Hold on just a second. I'll try and fix that for you. Cimarron with the ball. To begin this final quarter, Dragons lead at 29-21. If you're relying on our scoreboard, you have no idea. There we go. Ball tipped, chased down by Frank. Top of the key, I just fixed it, now it's messed up again. Shot partially blocked. And Serrano, who just checked into the game, Kylie Serrano with the rebounds, held ball. Possession arrow favors the Dragons. Let's mess with that again. See if we can get it to straighten up. He whistled that foul on Kinsey Hessman, her first. Been battling down under the boards all game. Just picked up her first foul. Serrano's first shot, no good. Second one short of the mark. She gets it back, puts it up again, in and out. Dragons waste an opportunity there. 8-point lead, for Pittsburg. And they're playing with a lot of reserves in the game. Serrano. And there's a travel call as Cimarron gives it right back. So Christmas coming early for the Dragons on that possession. Jorge will inbound to Gober. And we're back underway. Dragons hold on to this 8-point lead. 7 minutes left to play against a pretty spry squad from Cimarron, giving the Dragons all they want tonight, or this afternoon. Mantooth with it, back to Gober. Now Jorge with it on the wing, trying to force it down to Serrano. And if there's white jerseys, chances are they're going to pick off that pass. Well, they're going to say it's Dragon ball, and apparently official thinks we're blue. But it is a one-syllable word, though. It's easier, blue, white, red. Purple is considerably more difficult. Gober gets it into the corner to Hertrich, who loses it, gets it back. Now throws it away, trying to get it to Mantooth, and what do you say? Gives it back to Cimarron. It's you can have a hard time hanging on to any lead if you can't hang on to the ball. Dragons having trouble tonight. Walker with it into the corner. Now they get it down low. Off the glass and good, because all the Dragons' bigs are in foul trouble. So the shot is up and good for Hessman. She's got 7 points. The lead is down to 5 now, down to 6. And there's a timeout on the floor. I didn't see if it was a 30 or a full. So it looks like it's 30 because nobody's sitting. We'll just stay right here. Coach Gegg say we got to get some points, no doubt. Dragons only scored 7 points in that third quarter, but Cimarron only scored 3, so worked out okay for Pittsburg. So far, they're being outscored 2-0 here in the fourth, though. Gober going to handle it up the floor. Gober, Jorge, right into the hands of a defender. I don't know if she had it poked away from behind or not. And then Walker loses out of bounds, gives it right back to Pittsburg. I think maybe it was poked away from behind as she was dribbling by Copper. Now Jorge with it. Over to the side to Hertrich. Into the lane, collision, no foul. Three-pointer on the way from Mantooth is no good. Doesn't follow the shot, so the rebound comes down to Copper. And quickly back the other way, a layup for Kinsey Hessman. And we got a 4-point game. The ball's poked away by Copper. She's with foul and looks around in disbelief. That's her fourth.
Foul number 2, Taylor Copper, her fourth.
Gober will handle it up the floor. Passes ahead to Mantooth, to Jorge, top of the key, and thrown away by Reed. There was nobody home. And it will be Cimarron ball. You got to look where you're throwing. Kind of an inexplicable turnover, but it's been that kind of year this year for the Dragons. Frink with it. A pass poked away. Jorge comes away with it. Has it stolen away from her immediately. Over to the side to Copper. Three-pointer no good. Tipped out of, saved in by Gober. Right to a Cimarron defender. Off the glass and good for Escom. And the Dragons, my goodness. It's a 2-point game. 5:15 to play fourth quarter. And it's a Pepto-Bismol day for the Dragons so far. Nobody's sitting, just a 30-second timeout, and they just keep giving the ball back to Cimarron. I don't know what else to say. Painful. 29-27, Dragons lead at 5:15 to play in the fourth quarter. They've led by 10 here. They led by 8 on a couple different occasions. And just keep turning the ball over. I mean, really, it comes down to that. Rebounding and turnovers have kept Cimarron in this game. And they've made layups. That's a big thing, too. The Blue Jays very effective under the boards tonight. And the Dragons not taking any sort of care of the ball. And that's your difference. Mackenzie English and Kendall Elkamil set to check back into the game. Both of those players with 4 fouls, but might as well get them out there on the floor because the offense has been completely absent without them. Mantooth with it, trying to get it down low to Reed. Back up top to Jorge. Around to Hertrich. She'll try a 3. No good. No purple jerseys under the bucket either. And Copper comes away with the rebound, held ball, and it's going to be Cimarron's ball by favor of the possession arrow. Gober and Mantooth sit. English and Elkamil into the game, both with 4 fouls. Got to keep it clean. Try to limit the collisions. Copper with it, trying to get it down low. Broken up and stolen by Reed. And ahead to English at the 3-point line. Thought about it briefly. Now back over to Elkamil. Over to Hertrich. Not a lot of jerseys under the bucket right now for the Dragons. 3-point shot by Elkamil off the mark. 4 white jerseys under the bucket. Rebound Cimarron, and here we go. Over to Wilson. Now down low, off the glass, no good. Battle for the rebound. Can the Dragons get one? Jorge has it, and they're going to whistle a foul. Reaching in on Gentry Wilson. That's her first. And it'll be Pittsburgh ball, 4:07 to play. 2-point game. Dragons have controlled this one from the start, but have basically given Cimarron a chance to get back in this one. Reed falling down, kicks it over to Hertrich. She's been off the mark today, misses that one from the corner, which is one of the hardest shots to make because there's no backboard. And rebounded by Jorge on the miss by Escom. And the Dragons coming back the other direction. Elkamil with it way up top into the corner to Hertrich. Try it again. Off the mark. Rebounded by English, and she's fouled by Kinley Frink. That's her first personal. Fourth team foul, excuse me, on Cimarron. So free throws could become a factor for the Dragons here coming down the stretch if they can pick up one more team foul. English gets it in, misses the layup on the inside. Had a couple of defenders in front of her, but couldn't connect. On the other end, Cimarron gets the rebound quickly down there. Escom going to try a 3. Contested. Rebound Jorge for the Dragons. Her outlet pass in front to English as she slams on the brakes and lets the defender go by. Steps up to the 3-point line and drills one. Ooh, Mackenzie English. A little ice water in the veins that time. And pushes the Dragon lead to 5. 3 minutes to play here for Pittsburgh. You just got to keep them off the boards. And again, down low, shot no good. Rebound, English. Kinsey will handle it up the floor for the Dragons. Hertrich on the far side, trying to get in the middle of the lane to English. Down low to Reed. Odessa's shot no good, and it's going to be out of bounds. That's a weird call because Odessa Reed was the first one to touch it. It didn't touch out of bounds. Nobody from Cimarron was standing on the line when they touched it. So if it's not a foul, it probably should have been Cimarron ball, but we'll take it. Not the greatest call if you're a Cimarron fan. Pass into Jorge in the middle of the lane to English. She forces one up, but she's fouled before the shot. They're going to whistle it on the floor. But that is the 5th team foul, so she should be shooting. And she will be. Whistled this one on Kinsey Hessman. That's her 3rd. First free throw is good for English, and I didn't want to say it before she started shooting, but these are some big free throws. She could push this to a 3-possession game if she can hit this one right here. And she does. 5 points in this 4th quarter. So she's kind of bookended this game. She had 7 in the 1st quarter, now 5 in the 4th. Down on the offensive end now for Cimarron. Bogner with it, and it's turned over. Just some miscommunication, and that's going to give it back to the Dragons as Jorge will inbound from the baseline. Gets it to Angie Miller, and the Dragons should walk this up the floor and take some time. Instead, almost turned it over. Now over to Hertrich, a quick 3-pointer on the way. It's good. Okay, to heck with burning clock. Dragons back up by 10, matches their largest lead of the night. 2 minutes to play. Escom with it, gets it over to Frink. Trying to get it down low. It's tipped back out to Frink, now into the hands of Copper. Jorge again in that passing lane, diving for the ball. She got a hand on it. It'll stay with Cimarron, and it's good sportsmanship as the Coach Austin Stebbins helped her up. Frink to inbound, gets it into Copper. Under 2 minutes now. Copper dribbles to the elbow, kicks down low, back out to Frink. She's going to take a 3. Short on it. Rebound again, offensive rebound for Cimarron. They have just dominated on the boards tonight. It's ridiculous. That pass picked off by Jorge. Got a hand in there. She's been there all night on those boards. Can't make the layup, but gets the rebound and the putback. That's the first bucket of the night for Anna Jorge. She's got 2, and the Dragons by 12. Escom coming back the other way now for Cimarron, working off a screen and throws it right to Hertrich in the lane. I think she expected that Kinsey Hessman would be there, and instead Sophia Hertrich was in the spot where that pass was apparently always going to go. English with it, spinning into the lane, step through. They're going to whistle a walk on that. You only get one pivot foot. She gets away with that one sometimes, depending upon the officiating crew. Didn't get away with it right there. Jorge will sit, and Mantooth back into the game for the Dragons. There's a timeout on the floor. It's a full timeout. Under a minute to play. Dragons leading by 12. We'll take a quick break, and we'll be back. You're watching Dragon Basketball on Pittsburgh Sports Live.
Hold on. It's monstrous.
With Crawcan's multi-gig internet, you can experience monstrous speeds for every device in your home or business at the same time for a low, no-nonsense price.
Whether you're trying to make the most of the next harvest, navigating a changing business landscape, or planning for the next chapter in your life, the professionals at Prime Accounting Solutions are here to help. With 10 locations, Prime Accounting offers convenient, friendly accounting and tax services at a fair price. Payroll, bookkeeping, business planning, personal tax filing, and more. And now Prime is the place to go for insurance. To find a location near you, go to primeaccounting.net.
Back underway here in Wichita, the Trinity Academy tournament. Under a minute to play. Dragons by 12. Looks like they're going to improve to 3-2 on the season. Eskim's shot off the mark. Long rebound tracked down by Hessman for Cimarron. Then a quick turnover as Elkamil comes away with it for the Dragons. Kendall has it poked away from her. Turns it right back over to Kinley Frink. And English doing everything she can to avoid any sort of contact. Frink gets her first field goal of the night. She's got 3 points, and it's a 10-point game. Under 20 seconds now as Angie Miller handling up the floor for the Dragons into the corner to Hertrich, who's just going to dribble around and burn some clock. Great idea. Back to English. Now Elkamil with it, top of the key, and going to call off the Dogs. And that's going to do it. Dragons win it by 10, 39-29. Over the Cimarron Blue Jays. Dragons improved to 3-2 on the season. Back in the winning ways as they avenge a loss last night, or rebound from a loss last night to Wamego. And coming up here in about 20 minutes, Dragon Boys going to be back in action against the Cimarron boys. So it's boys, girls, all the way through this tournament. And the Dragons boys coming up here in about 20 minutes. We're back in action tomorrow. Woof. If you eat a late breakfast to be ready, Dragon girls play at 1. The boys to follow at about 2:30 against the host school Trinity Academy. But first here tonight, the boys going to have to take care of business against Cimarron. We'll step away for a quick break. We'll be back. You're watching Dragon basketball on Pittsburg Sports Live.
Whether you're trying to make the most of the next harvest, navigating a changing business landscape, or planning for the next chapter in your life, the professionals at Prime Accounting Solutions are here to help. With 10 locations, Prime Accounting offers convenient, friendly accounting and tax services at a fair price. Payroll, bookkeeping, business planning, personal tax filing, and more. And now Prime is the place to go for insurance. To find a location near you, go to primeaccounting.net.
At the Farm and Ranch Division of the Four-State Agency, we're a team of experts who genuinely care about you and your farming operation. That's why whether it's a visit to your farm or a friendly chat at our office, we're committed to delivering the service you deserve. Our team is fully licensed in both crop insurance and LRP, allowing us to cover your entire farming operation across Kansas, Missouri, Oklahoma, and Arkansas. Contact us today to see how we can help.
Selling equipment can be a hassle. Whether you're needing to replace an old tractor or you're finally getting to retire, the time and energy needed to clean, prep, promote, and sell seems daunting. That's why you need Tyler Jackman and Big Iron Auctions. From one piece to the whole farm, Big Iron Auctions can deliver your items to more than 750,000 registered bidders. Call Tyler Jackman at 620-404-8115 or learn more at BigIronAuctions.com. From the phone call to the service call, Roto-Rooter is there with fast and reliable sewer and drain service. From repair and replacement to septic and grease trap pumping, Roto-Rooter is here for you. With video inspections, Roto-Rooter can identify the exact issue to get the repair done quickly and correctly. Complete sewer line repairs or replacements, Roto-Rooter has you covered. Serving Crawford, Bourbon, and Cherokee counties, Roto-Rooter, 620-231-5630.
Nothing says luxury like a Lincoln. Take advantage of 0% financing for 66 months right now on the all-new Lincoln Navigator. Come see us today at Mike Carpino Family of Ford Lincoln Dealerships, Columbus, Parsons, Pittsburg.
It's the rush. Every touchdown, basket, goal, or lap is filled with excitement. It's why we love the game. It's why we play the game. It's also why we bet on the game. The rush is why we need a plan. A plan to bet responsibly and not lose more than we can afford. Problem sports gambling can ruin the love we have for sports. So know when enough is enough. Know when the game is playing you. Contact 1-800-GAMBLER for help today.
Having the right financial partner can make all the difference. Community National Bank and Trust believes banking should do more than just hold your money. We support your goals, simplify your day-to-day, and give you room to grow with quality banking services. Withdraw, transfer, invest, apply for loans, and talk with our banking professionals online, over the phone, or in person. Let Community National Bank and Trust help you build a banking experience that works for you. Community National Bank and Trust, equal housing lender and member FDIC.
Chicken Annie's of Girard is something to crow about. Their family-style restaurant continues a Southeast Kansas tradition with their specialty, fried chicken, plus famous homemade onion rings, chicken and noodles, and so much more. And of course, their delicious homemade pies. Dine in or carry out available. Chicken Annie's of Girard has the best value, flavor, and service in the area. Stop in soon or call for catering. 620-724-4090.
You've heard go big or go home. At Big Iron Auctions, you can go big from home. With thousands of pieces of equipment, active auctions, bidding at your convenience, and an easy-to-use site, BigIronAuctions.com can help you grow big. Call Tyler Jackman at 620-404-8115 to see how Big Iron Auctions can help grow your operation. Bid now, list now at BigIronAuctions.com.
Welcome back to Trinity Academy in Wichita. Dragon girls come away with a 10-point 39-29 win over Cimarron to improve to 3-2 on the season. Let's go ahead and take a look at some of the scoring totals from that girls game. Not a lot of points for the Dragons in the second half, but they got them when they needed them. As Mackenzie English led Pittsburg in scoring with 12. Sophia Hertrich with 6. Adelie Gober with 5. Odessa Reed with 4 points, all those coming in that third quarter when points were so hard to come by. Adelie Gober finished with 5, all those coming in the second quarter. And then Kendall Elkamill and Bradley Mantooth with a 3-point bucket each in that first half. Elkamill in the first quarter, Mantooth in the second to round out the scoring for the Dragons. Anna Jorge with a bucket in the fourth quarter in transition as well to round out the scoring for the Dragons. For the Blue Jays of Cimarron, Kinley Frink finished with 3 points, all those coming in the second half. Taylor Copper finished with 4. Tegan Escom with 7. I believe she led the team in scoring with 7. Gentry Wilson finished with 2. Kinsey Hessman finished with 9. So actually Hessman led the team in scoring. Katrina Walker with a bucket and Emery May with a bucket as well to round out the scoring for the Blue Jays on a night when points were difficult to come by. But a good win on the opening night of the tournament, and they'll be in action again tomorrow as they take on Wamego. And I had it in front of me. The schedule of this tournament, I think they play before noon, yeah. Yeah, Cimarron and Wamego's girls tip off at 10 a.m. tomorrow. 10 a.m. Insane. Then the boys follow at 11:30. Dragon girls will tip off at 1 p.m., which I think is crazy early. But 10 a.m., wow. How about it? Nonetheless, Dragon boys coming off a 10-point win last night More than that, actually. A 49-35 14-point win last night over Wamego to pick up their first win of the year. They're in action here against a Cimarron squad. Cimarron lost last night 68-49 to the host school Trinity Academy. The Dragons will play Trinity tomorrow afternoon. Cimarron's boys again playing Wamego tomorrow morning, afternoonish maybe. But players getting some instructions from the officials there down in front of the scorers table. If you're just tuning in, Dragon Girls won by 10, 39-29 over Cimarron. They improved to 3-2 on the season. And now the boys getting set to tip off here before too long. And we'll take a quick break and we'll be back. You're watching Dragon Basketball on Pittsburgh Sports Live.
Nothing says luxury like a Lincoln. Take advantage of 0% financing for 66 months right now on the all-new Lincoln Navigator. Come see us today at Mike Carpino Family of Ford Lincoln Dealerships, Columbus, Parsons, Pittsburgh.
When it comes to having your labs drawn, you have a choice of where to go. For 30 years, MagLab has focused on providing quality lab work that is accurate and timely. MagLab's walk-in service typically gets you in and out in under 5 minutes with same-day results. Locally owned and operated, MagLab takes most insurances, including Medicaid, and has historically had the lowest out-of-pocket prices. So when it comes to having labs drawn, don't be told where to go. Choose for yourself. Choose MagLab.
It's the rush. Every touchdown, basket, goal, or lap is filled with excitement. It's why we love the game. It's why we play the game. It's also why we bet on the game. The rush is why we need a plan. A plan to bet responsibly and not lose more than we can afford. Problem sports gambling can ruin the love we have for sports. So know when enough is enough. Know when the game is playing you. Contact 1-800-GAMBLER for help today.
Whether you're trying to make the most of the next harvest, navigating a changing business landscape, or planning for the next chapter in your life, the professionals at Prime Accounting Solutions are here to help. With 10 locations, Prime Accounting offers convenient, friendly accounting and tax services at a fair price. Payroll, bookkeeping, business planning, personal tax filing, and more. And now Prime is the place to go for insurance. To find a location near you, go to primeaccounting.net.
At the Farm and Ranch Division of the Four-State Agency, we're a team of experts who genuinely care about you and your farming operation. That's why whether it's a visit to your farm or a friendly chat at our office, we're committed to delivering the service you deserve. Our team is fully licensed in both crop insurance and LRP, allowing us to cover your entire farming operation across Kansas, Missouri, Oklahoma, and Arkansas. Contact us today to see how we can help.
Selling equipment can be a hassle, whether you're needing to replace an old tractor or you're finally getting to retire. The time and energy needed to clean, prep, promote, and sell seems daunting. That's why you need Tyler Jackman and Big Iron Auctions. From one piece to the whole farm, Big Iron Auctions can deliver your items to more than 750,000 registered bidders. Call Tyler Jackman at 620-404-8115 or learn more at BigIronAuctions.com. From the phone call to the service call, Roto-Rooter is there with fast and reliable sewer and drain service. From repair and replacement to septic and grease trap pumping, Roto-Rooter is here for you. With video inspections, Roto-Rooter can identify the exact issue to get the repair done quickly and correctly. Complete sewer line repairs or replacements, Roto-Rooter has you covered. Serving Crawford, Bourbon, and Cherokee counties, Roto-Rooter, 620-231-5630.
Nothing says luxury like a Lincoln. Take advantage of 0% financing for 66 months right now on the all-new Lincoln Navigator. Come see us today at Mike Carpino Family of Ford Lincoln Dealerships, Columbus, Parsons, Pittsburgh.
Welcome back to Trinity Academy in Wichita, getting set for the boys matchup, day 2 of the Trinity Academy Tournament. We want to let you know that Pittsburgh Sports Live is presented by Crawcan, your community technology partner. Don't get bit by slow speeds and high prices. Get Gigabit, the fastest internet in Southeast Kansas with Crawcan. To learn more about Crawcan's no-nonsense pricing and multi-gig internet, check them out online at ckt.net. Well, we're in an abbreviated boys pregame here as we're about 5 minutes away from tip-off in this one. Let's go ahead and get you your starting lineups for tonight. Starting lineups brought to you by Vietti Auto Body and Alignment in Pittsburgh on the corner of 4th and Joplin since 1948. If you found a buck with your truck or didn't dodge a doe, go see the team at Vietti Auto Body and Alignment, the area's top collision repair shop for decades. Schedule your appointment by calling Vietti Auto Body and Alignment, 620-231-6230. So for the Purple Dragons, same starting 5 that we've become accustomed to. Number 1, senior Danny Durden. Number 2, senior Caden Navaratnam. Number 4, junior Jamarcus Davis. Number 11, junior Landon Jesse. And number 20, senior Malachi Meadows. For the Cimarron Blue Jays, they'll start number 3, 5'9", senior Tanner Hamilton. Number 10, 6'3", junior Ethan Sunday. And there are several Sundays on this roster, so I'll try and keep them straight for you, but they're all over 6 foot. So 6'3", junior Ethan Sunday. Number 11, 6'1", senior Colby Wilson. Number 22, 6 foot senior Diego Salto. And number 32, 6'4", senior Cade Sunday. So you can tell that they've got some height on this Cimarron squad, and we always joke that those teams from Western Kansas, you never know what you're going to get. Well, you get some height with the Cimarron team, that's for sure. They dropped the opener last night against the host school, Trinity Academy, 68-49. So they're trying to bounce back from a loss. Dragons trying to keep the wins going as they picked up their first win of the year last night. Dragons 1-3 coming into tonight's ball game. I believe Cimarron 1-2. I have to double check on that. Don't quote me on that. I'll get that official stat for you here. Coming right up. This abbreviated pregame show brought to you by Community National Bank and Trust. Your neighbors, your partners, and your biggest supporters. From personal and business banking to mortgages, credit cards, and investments, CNB has the tools you need with the service you deserve. Equal housing lender, member FDIC. Learn more online at mybankcnb.com. Community National Bank and Trust, where community comes first. So the Dragons able to limit some turnovers last night, get some big shots when they needed them, but the defense was there all night long and really stymied a pretty darn good Wamego team, and able to come away with the win last night. Hope to see more improvement tonight. We're in the same hotel as the Dragons. I think these guys got to bed at a decent hour, and not too loud of a night in the hallways of the Holiday Inn here in Wichita. So these guys look ready to go here today. We're about 2 minutes away from tip-off. We'll step away for our final pregame break and get back with action here at Trinity Academy in Wichita. Dragons and the Blue Jays coming up after this on Pittsburgh Sports Live.
At the Farm and Ranch Division of the Four-State Agency, we're a team of experts who genuinely care about you and your farming operation. That's why whether it's a visit to your farm or a friendly chat at our office, we're committed to delivering the service you deserve. Our team is fully licensed in both crop insurance and LRP, allowing us to cover your entire farming operation across Kansas, Missouri, Oklahoma, and Arkansas. Contact us today to see how we can help.
Selling equipment can be a hassle. Whether you're needing to replace an old tractor or you're finally getting to retire, the time and energy needed to clean, prep, promote, and sell seems daunting. That's why you need Tyler Jackman and Big Iron Auctions. From one piece to the whole farm, Big Iron Auctions can deliver your items to more than 750,000 registered bidders. Call Tyler Jackman at 620-404-8115 or learn more at BigIronAuctions.com.
At Girard Medical Center, our physical and occupational therapy department is dedicated to helping you bounce back stronger. Whether you're recovering from an injury, surgery, or just want to move better every day. From student athletes to seniors, we provide personalized care and expert support right here at home. To learn more about our therapy department and our other services, visit GirardMedicalCenter.com, a proud supporter of the Girard Trojans and your hometown team for health and healing. Rooted in rural, focused on you.
From the phone call to the service call, Roto-Rooter is there with fast and reliable sewer and drain service. From repair and replacement to septic and grease trap pumping, Roto-Rooter is here for you. With video inspections, Roto-Rooter can identify the exact issue to get the repair done quickly and correctly. Complete sewer line repairs or replacements, Roto-Rooter has you covered. Serving Crawford, Bourbon, and Cherokee counties, Roto-Rooter, 620-231-5630.
Welcome back to Trinity Academy in Wichita. I'm going to have to adjust our scoreboard camera again here. It just keeps migrating. Hold on a moment.
Junior, number 5, Zay Miller. Senior, number 21, Malachi Meadows. Dragons and coach by Steve Chris, TJ.
All right. It's just more proof that, oh my goodness, nothing in this life is permanent. Holy crap. Freaking kidding me.
Hey, junior, number 10, Ethan Sunday.
Thank you. And yeah, that's great. That's great. I just lost everything.
Diego Salto. And a senior, number 32, Kate.
Sort all that out again.
Blue Jays are coached by Chris Chilton, Todd Hamilton, Mitch Greenbauer.
All right. Well, hold on a moment. We'll try and get this all sorted out again.
Ken Kuzer.
Oh, man, if you could have witnessed what just happened here. My table went south for the winner. Dragons underway already here with Cimarron. Pittsburgh leading 9-3 over the Blue Jays. See Wyatt Thomas there. And you can tell what they want to do. They want to get it down low to their big man. That is Cade Sunday. And he's coming in at like 6'3" or 6'4". 6'4", senior. And a turnover by the Dragons. You can't expect to be successful often if you're turning the ball over like that. And a breakaway layup for Colby Wilson. And we're at a 4-point game now. Dragons leading at 9-5. Thomas trapped. Nobody coming to help. Everybody standing and watching, and Thomas throws it off the foot of the defender, Ethan Sunday. And Dragons just standing there watching Wyatt struggle. And fortunate it wasn't turned over. It'll stay with Pittsburgh, but they've seen that trap all year. And at some point, we got to get it figured out. 3 minutes to play. Dragons up by 4, 9-5. You see it there as Dominic remotely getting the scoreboard sorted out. My goodness. Tipped out of bounds. It'll stay with the Dragons. And Malachi Meadows not wearing his traditional number 20. He's wearing 21 today for the Dragons. And tipped out of bounds again. It'll stay with Pittsburgh. As Cimarron doing a good job deflecting passes. They got a lot of length, and so the Dragons are going to have to be careful with their passing tonight. Be sure with it as Meadows, just as I say that, throws it right in the hand of a defender. Turned over right down the lane. Shot off the glass, no good. Rebound battled for, and it's going to be Dragon ball off of somebody's leg. You didn't see who in there. So, it's half-court trap. Dragons, it's given them trouble all years. If you're an opposing coach, I bet they're going to see a lot of half-court trap this year. Davis was trapped. He gets it away. I don't know who number 2 is. It's Navaratnam, I'm sorry. Gets it to him. And a foul on the shot. And they got that one on Cade Sunday. And so if you're the Dragons, that's good news. You want to try and get Sunday in as much foul trouble as possible. Wyatt Thomas at the line. First shot rolls in.
Thomas connects on the first.
Second shot on the way from Thomas is good. That one not as much rolling around on the rim, right through. And the Dragon lead is 6, 11-5 here with 2:16 to play, first quarter. Colby Wilson handling up the floor for Cimarron. Sunday with it. Kick out, long three-pointer is good for Justin Keeler, who just checked into the game. And my halftime stats are going to be a mess. I'm going to have to go down and check the scores table to find out the 9 points I missed while we were trying to get back on the air. Gravity, man, I'll tell you what. Dragons trying a little trap of their own. A foul on the sideline wasn't much of one. And Coach Moss talking to the officials saying, look, his hands were back. Wilson inbound, gets it into Justin Keeler. Back underway. This is Christian Kennedy with it. Dragons come away with it. And Corday Hayes will handle it up the floor for Pittsburgh. Into the corner to Davis. He's trapped, kicks it back out to Hayes. Meadows. And they get it down low to Danny Durden, off the glass and good for Durden. His first bucket, I think. And the Dragons lead it 13-8. Now quickly into the lane, back out, three-point shot on the way. Might want to keep in that guy's pocket. as Justin Keeler just hit his second three-point bucket of the first quarter as the Dragons lose him on the outside, and then a foul on the wrong side of the floor. That one by number 14, Christian Kennedy, 6'3" junior. Man, this Cimarron team has height to spare at darn near every position on the floor. Zane Miller will give it up to Navaratnam. Caden driving into the lane, almost walked with it. Over to Davis, back out to Meadows, and the Dragons turn it over. Meadows thought he wasn't the last one to touch it. The official begged to differ. And the Dragons turn it over with about 30 seconds left. They led by quite a bit here in this first quarter, but it's a 2-point game now, and it's dangerously close to being tied. As Wilson's shot goes off the rim, and Jamarcus Davis had a look at it and could not get the layup to fall. Missed layups have been a problem, boys and girls, this year for the Dragons. If it's within 3 feet of the bucket, it's not a sure thing by any stretch of the imagination. 2-point game. Cimarron still playing. Dragons need to play some defense here. They try and get it down low, pass too high for Sunday. And Navaratnam with the shot at the buzzer, no good, and that's going to do it. First quarter, Dragons lead it by 2, 13-11 over the Cimarron Blue Jays. We'll step away for a quick break. You're watching Dragon Basketball on Pittsburgh Sports Live. Or maybe we'll stay right here. Laptops don't do real well with getting bounced off of bleachers, so guess we'll stay right here until we can get that sorted out. So getting into the second quarter, Dragons leading it 13-11 for the Blue Jays of Cimarron High School. Ethan Sunday, 6'3" junior, back into the game, replacing Cade Sunday, the 6'4" senior. And a turnover by Cimarron, and they're going to whistle an offensive foul against Jamarcus Davis, who is wearing number 4 today. The official called it number 3. And we don't have a 3, so ball tipped out of bounds. Dragons having their opportunities close to the bucket. Things just not going their way here early, but they still lead it 13-11. Because the defense is causing trouble for Cimarron. Get it out to Asher English. Now they're trying to work it down low to Sunday, and the pass mishandled. And out of bounds. I think that was Diego Salto, couldn't handle it. And went to the deck trying to save it, but to no avail. Now Davis hits the brakes in the middle of the lane. Meadows with it. Over to Durden in the corner, back up top. Zane Miller thought about a 3, now kicks it over to Jamarcus Davis. He'll take it in rhythm, way off the mark. And the loose ball comes down to Salto. And Sunday will handle it up the floor for Cimarron. Guarded by Durden. Danny needs to be careful, not pick up a foul out beyond the 3-point line. Now saved in bounds by the Dragons. And a timeout called by Coach Chris Chilton for Cimarron. I think his team ended up with the ball. He called the timeout to try and prevent a turnover. I think they would have held on to it in that situation, but better safe than sorry if you're Coach Chilton. And so it's a 30-second timeout. We'll stay right here because our commercials aren't running. So what choice do we have? Entry pass to Sunday, shot no good. Nobody can control the rebound. Ends up back in the hands of Sunday. Now a three-point shot. And Miller pulls down the rebound off the miss, and he's fouled. They're going to whistle this one, I believe, on Alex Schlesinger. First personal on Schlesinger. Both teams just with one team foul each. Here in this early moments of the second quarter. Davis to inbound, gets it into Miller. And he'll handle it up the floor. Zane into the lane, fouled on a shot attempt. And they're going to whistle this one, I think, on Christian Kennedy, 6'3" junior. And that'll send Miller to the line to shoot a pair. It's been 13-11 for quite some time. And Miller breaks the scoring drought.
Miller connects on the first.
And missed everything with the second. So the Dragons lead it 14-11.
Basket number 21, Meadows.
Now turnover, Dragons get it back. Meadows' shot on the baseline is good. And the Dragons lead it by 7, and there's a foul away from the ball. They're going to whistle Jamarcus Davis with this one. I believe that's his second. I don't know. We'll wait and see. Yeah, it is. And Davis will sit. Wyatt Thomas back into the game for the Dragons. Cimarron ball, they'll inbound over on the far side. Get it into Keeler, who's hit those two big three-pointers that have helped to keep Cimarron in this one with the Dragons. Kennedy with it. He'll give it back up to Keeler. Guarded by Durden out there on the outside. Now trying to get it down low. And a reverse scoop layup for Keeler. He's got 8 points. Man, it's single-handedly kind of keeping Cimarron in this one. Thomas with it up top. Over to Meadows on the far side, now back to Thomas. Dragons aren't really moving very well without the basketball. They'll get it over to Navaratnam. He'll pull the trigger on a three and off the rim, no good. Rebound comes down to Keeler, trying to get it ahead, and does to Wilson. His shot in the lane missed everything, but Kennedy right there with his 6'3" frame to pull the rebound down over Wyatt Thomas. Three-point shot, no good. Inbound, the save inbounds is picked off by Miller, finds a streaking Malachi Meadows for the bucket. Dragon lead is 7. Get the pass off, and a rebound and putback is good for Cade Sunday. Dragon lead is 5. Wyatt Thomas into the lane, now picks up his dribble, nowhere to go with it. Ill-advised, forced up a shot, but nobody was moving to try and give him someone to pass to. And so Thomas just did what he had to do. There's a push-off going to be called against Colby Wilson. I think that might be a result of some lobbying by Coach Moss, and if so, it was effective. Wyatt Thomas right down the lane. Nobody picked him up, and his little floater is good. 4 points, for Thomas unofficially, because I missed some at the beginning. Shot no good. Rebound tipped around. It's going to be controlled by Cimarron. Ends up in the hands of Tanner Hamilton. Now he tosses it over and gets it back. Top of the key. Now in the hands of Asher English. Back to Hamilton. Sunday got the loose ball. He's going to be fouled from behind by Malachi Meadows, and Meadows is angry at himself for the foul. That should think that's his second. So Meadows with 2 fouls here early in this game. Cimarron will inbound by the Dragon bench. They try to get it down low, and they do. A layup to Diego Salto. And the Dragon lead is back to 5. Meadows trying to get it into Durden. The pass poked away from behind. And if Danny stayed on it, he might have been able to get that one back. But it ends up with Cimarron. English with it. Trying to get it down low to Sunday. Poked out of bounds. And it will stay with Cimarron. Meadows sits. Corday Hayes back into the game. Pass over the top, deflected and stolen by Gabe Cox. Cox off and running. He's fouled, and the bucket is good for the sophomore. Gabe Cox knew he was going to get contact and just tried to beat Kennedy to the bucket. And he did. Gets the contact and the foul. Dragon lead is 7 now. Cox trying to make it 8 here from the line. Shot off the back iron, no good for Cox. And Thomas, just out of control defensively, ran up the back of Colby Wilson, and that's not the greatest foul by Wyatt Thomas. I think that's just his first, however. But both teams now with 4 team fouls, so there'll be free throws on the next foul by either squad. Wilson with it, gives it up to Keeler, guarded very closely by Thomas. Back to Sunday on the outside, kicks it back to Keeler. A little runner in the lane, no good. Gets his own rebound, nobody boxed him out. And a 3-point shot from the outside by Colby Wilson. And those are the second chance points you cannot give up if you're the Dragons. Durden with it on the outside, working against Cade Sunday. Gets it back out to Corday Hayes. Now Miller with it. Forced a pass, trying to get it into Cox. That's too long for a bounce pass, especially into that much traffic. And that was low percentage on that pass. And they get it down low to Sunday, tied up by Durden. And they got a held ball. It's going to go to the Dragons. So nice job by Durden to get his hands in there and rip that one away. Working against a taller player in Sunday. Navaratnam handling up the floor for the Dragons. He'll give it up to Davis. Now to Meadows. Had a hard time with it. Has to give it up to Navaratnam. Now to Cox on the near side. Davis into the lane, now looking for help over the top to Navaratnam. Entry pass down to Meadows, off the glass, can't get it to go. Some contact down there, no call. And now Meadows picks up the foul on the other end. Just some not good fouls today by Malachi Meadows. That's a frustration foul. So he didn't get the call on one end. A lot of contact with the body, and then comes down and commits a foul with the body on the other end. First free throw is good for Colby Wilson. That is not Meadows' first foul, but they have it as his first, so we'll go with it. That's like his third. Wilson makes both free throws. I guess somebody hit the reset button on Meadows' fouls. I'm not complaining, but whoa. Davis driving off the glass and good. And if you're Jamarcus Davis, if you can beat him off the dribble tonight, that's going to be a huge addition to this Dragon offense if you can make your layups. English with it outside. Gives it up to Hamilton. Now over to Wilson. Hamilton, guarded by Navaratnam. Meadows cuts him off. Wide open shot for English. Doesn't drop, but the long rebound comes down to Salto, who kicks it back out, and they'll reset the offense perhaps. Wilson picks up his dribble, now looking for a little bit of help. Gets it over to Wilson, who drives. He's going to be fouled. He'll head to the line to shoot two. They got the foul on Danny Durden, and that's a guy the Dragons need to keep out of foul trouble tonight because they don't have a lot of size with Danny off the floor. Wilson at the line to shoot two. First one on the way. Dribbles in over the front iron. He's 3 for 3 from the stripe thus far. Unless it happened in the first 3 minutes and I missed it, gathering up my effects. Second shot on the way from Wilson off the front iron, no good. Rebound Durden. Gives it back to Davis. Dragons leading by 3. Cross court to Meadows, drives baseline, elevates, he's fouled, and will head to the line to shoot two. I think they're going to get that one on Keeler. Yep, that's his first, 15 foul. Cimarron here early. First shot off the back iron, no good for Meadows. Free throws are going to be big here for the Dragons. They're going to have to make some tonight, probably to come out of here with the win. Second shot is good for Meadows. 4-point lead for the Dragons, 34.1 left to play. First half. Outlet pass and a free run at the bucket. Dishes off to Sunday, and now a shot from the free throw line off the back iron, no good. Rebound Sunday, put back Sunday, and it's good. That was Ethan Sunday with the rebound and the putback. I have that as his first bucket of the night, but heck, who knows? 2-point lead for the Dragons. Corday Hayes into the lane to Zane Miller, shortest guy on the floor. Well, no, maybe Thomas is shorter. Zane gets it to drop. And waning seconds, Sunday hoists one up at the buzzer, no good. And the Dragons by 4 at the half, 29-25. And we'll take a quick break. We'll be back with the GN halftime show. GN Bank halftime show. You're watching Dragon basketball on Pittsburgh Sports Live.
At GN Bank, we're your neighbor. We see you at the store. We cheer with you at the local football games, serving you with the same friendly faces you have come to know and trust. GN Bank, the best place to bank and borrow.
Hold on. It's monstrous.
With Crawcan's multi-gig internet, you can experience monstrous speeds for every device in your home or business at the same time for a low, no-nonsense price.
At Girard Medical Center, our physical and occupational therapy department is dedicated to helping you bounce back stronger. Whether you're recovering from an injury, surgery, or just want to move better every day. From student athletes to seniors, we provide personalized care and expert support right here at home. To learn more about our therapy department and our other services, visit GirardMedicalCenter.com, a proud supporter of the Girard Trojans and your hometown team for health and healing. Rooted in rural, focused on you.
From the phone call to the service call, Roto-Rooter is there with fast and reliable sewer and drain service. From repair and replacement to septic and grease trap pumping, Roto-Rooter is here for you. With video inspections, Roto-Rooter can identify the exact issue to get the repair done quickly and correctly. Complete sewer line repairs or replacements, Roto-Rooter has you covered. Serving Crawford, Bourbon, and Cherokee counties, Roto-Rooter, 620-231-5630.
When it comes to having your labs drawn, you have a choice of where to go. For 30 years, MagLab has focused on providing quality lab work that is accurate and timely. MagLab's walk-in service typically gets you in and out in under 5 minutes with same-day results. Locally owned and operated, MagLab takes most insurances, including Medicaid, and has historically had the lowest out-of-pocket prices. So when it comes to having labs drawn, don't be told where to go. Choose for yourself. Choose MagLab.
It's the rush. Every touchdown, basket, goal, or lap is filled with excitement. It's why we love the game. It's why we play the game. It's also why we bet on the game. The rush is why we need a plan. A plan to bet responsibly and not lose more than we can afford. Problem sports gambling can ruin the love we have for sports. So know when enough is enough. Know when the game is playing you. Contact 1-800-GAMBLER for help today.
Welcome back to Trinity Academy in Wichita. At the half, Dragons lead it 29-25 over the Cimarron Blue Jays. This is the GN Bank Halftime Show brought to you by GN Bank, where they've been providing customers with the highest quality financial services in a friendly and personal way for more than 100 years. Whether it's personal, business, or agricultural needs, trust the team at GN Bank. Find out more online at gn-bank.com. Well, let's take a look back at the first half with our Kanar Eye Care Eye on the Game, brought to you by Kanar Eye Care. As we take a look back at the first half, Kanar Eye Care is here to make sure you can see what you're looking at. Kanar Eye Care, with locations in Pittsburg and Girard, is here to help their valued customers. Learn more at canareyecare.com. All right, scoring totals for first, the Cimarron Blue Jays. They're led in scoring by a duo of Colby Wilson and Justin Keeler. Each of them have 8 points. Cade Sunday with 5. And then Diego Salto, and Ethan Sunday with a bucket each to round out the scoring for Cimarron. For the Dragons, they're led in scoring by Malachi Meadows. He's got 9. And then a quartet of players with 4 points each. Danny Durden, Landon Jesse, Zane Miller, and Wyatt Thomas with 4 points each. Caden Navaratnam with 3. And Gabe Cox and Jamarcus Davis with a bucket each to round out the scoring for the Dragons. And they have had their opportunities to push this lead much higher, and I'm sure Coach Moss is letting them know that in the locker room. And just some passing mistakes, but not as much as we've seen in the past. And Dragons holding their own here early on as they lead it 29-25 at the break. That's your Kanar Eye Care Eye on the Game. We'll step away for a quick break. We'll be back with more of the GN Bank Halftime Show. Kind of look forward to what's going on with this tournament tomorrow. And the Dragons playing pretty early in the day, so make your plans accordingly, because the girls will tip off, I think, at about 1 o'clock, boys to follow. We'll talk more about that on the other side of the break. You're watching Dragon Basketball on Pittsburgh Sports Live.
Thanks to your support, Kanar Eye Care has expanded. With double the space, they offer more exam rooms, larger optical selection, and extended hours to fit your schedule. And with the latest technology, they can quickly diagnose any eye-related issues. All patients are welcome at Kanar Eye Care, the clear choice for your family's vision.
It's a bird.
It's a plane.
It's Chicken Annie's Girard. When you're facing a chicken emergency, there's only one hero. Catering and carry out from Chicken Annie's Girard. When an onion ring craving is too much to bear, when the family's coming over and you weren't aware, it's Chicken Annie's Girard to the rescue. When there's 20, 30, 100 to feed, you need Chicken Annie's Girard indeed. A heroic value, superb flavor. When there's a chicken emergency, there's only one hero. Chicken Annie's Girard.
Having the right financial partner can make all the difference. Community National Bank and Trust believes banking should do more than just hold your money. We support your goals, simplify your day-to-day, and give you room to grow with quality banking services. Withdraw, transfer, invest, apply for loans, and talk with our banking professionals online, over the phone, or in person. Let Community National Bank and Trust help you build a banking experience that works for you. Community National Bank and Trust, equal housing lender and member FDIC.
Whether you're trying to make the most of the next harvest, navigating a changing business landscape, or planning for the next chapter in your life, the professionals at Prime Accounting Solutions are here to help. With 10 locations, Prime Accounting offers convenient, friendly accounting and tax services at a fair price. Payroll, bookkeeping, business planning, personal tax filing, and more. And now Prime is the place to go for insurance. To find a location near you, go to primeaccounting.net.
I was raised in a small town, and there was a lot of people who took time to invest in me. And so when we decided to open up our offices, we want to make sure that we're pouring back into the community that's giving to us. We care. We want to be involved. We want to have a passion for what you have a passion for. We want to be able to give back. And that's the foundation. That's why we're more than just insurance.
Welcome back to Trinity Academy in Wichita. At the half, the Dragons leading the Cimarron Blue Jays 29-25. And Dragons were in the lead for the entire first half. But Cimarron kind of getting their groove there towards the end of the second quarter. And, man, at the break, looks like it could be anybody's game at this point. And doesn't look like anybody really in much foul trouble for the Dragons. Nor for Cimarron, for that matter. The officials kind of letting them play. And, yeah. Had a technical mishap in the first quarter. Apologize for that. In like 12 years of broadcasting, that has never happened to me. So it's the first time for everything. And may it never happen again. Lost an entire table full of stuff. Cimarron with the ball to start the second half. Get it into Colby Wilson, who's working against Malachi Meadows. Kicks it over to English. Down low, and layup for Wilson. Little two-man game between Wilson and English. Meadows with it on the outside, looking to go somewhere with it. Gives it up to Navaratnam. He'll take a three off the mark. Rebound comes down to Logan Heddleston. Now Sunday gets it back on the give and go. Can't get it to drop. A battle for the rebound, and it's going to be a foul, I think, against Sunday. And it is. Cimarron fans don't like it. But he was a little bit over the back of Danny Durden there, battling for that rebound, and the Dragons will get it back. Leading by 2, 29-27. You got to find some offense here if you're Pittsburgh. Davis driving. He's fouled on the shot attempt. They're going to whistle an offensive foul? Are you kidding me?
Foul number 4, Jamarcus Davis.
And foul goes against Davis. Jeez. Funny how the rules of basketball change from one official to the next. Davis whistled with the foul. Now Cimarron with it on the offensive end. Dragons leading by just 2. Sunday, his pass poked out of bounds by Davis. It'll stay with Cimarron. Plenty of time on the shot clock, 24 seconds. But Davis went up for a shot, was contacted in the air, and somehow got whistled for an offensive foul. You usually see that call. Inbound pass goes to Sunday, deep on the Cimarron end of the floor. Now Wilson will handle it across half court, gives it up to English. And the shot was good for Heddleston. Durden gets it on the baseline. Lots of contact again. No foul. Danny battling for his own rebound. They're going to call a foul on the floor. And they called the foul on Salto. It's his first. And Navaratnam to inbound. Gets it into Wyatt Thomas. Drives baseline. Walked with it. Was open for a three, didn't take it, and then traveled and turns the ball over. Gabe Cox set to check in for the Dragons. He'll replace Thomas. Tied at 29, 6:21 to play third quarter. Dragons led it by 4 at the half. They've yet to score in this second half, and there's a bucket for English down low. And now Cimarron with their first lead of the game. Dragons still looking for points in the second half. Driving in was Miller. He was fouled in the lane, and they whistled that one on Sunday. That's his second. And we got a shift change here for Cimarron. 5 new guys check into the game. We'll get you their names as we go. Thomas to inbound from the baseline for the Dragons. Meadows was wide open. Gets it down low to Durden right under the bucket, and Danny's good for 2. First points of the second half of the Dragons. We're tied at 31. Tanner Hamilton handling at the logo. His pass picked off by Gabe Cox, who got into the lane off the glass and good. 4 points for Gabe Cox. Dragons back up by a bucket. Hamilton gets it over to Kennedy. Now back to Hamilton. They're going to whistle a foul on the outside on Cox, or I'm sorry, on Thomas.
Foul number 3, Wyatt Thomas. His second, team second.
Hamilton will inbound, gets it in to Kennedy. Passes out top. Shot on the way from Hamilton, off the mark, long rebound. And Thomas was shoved in the back. He didn't get a foul call, but they're going to say it's Dragon ball, I think, by way of just a sense of justice or something. Thomas will handle across half court. Gives it up to Meadows. Now Durden with it way up top. Miller. Now Meadows. Back to Thomas. Miller with it. Driving. Tries to get it to Durden. Had a hard time with the pass. Now he's double teamed. Somebody needs to help people when they're trapped. And Durden throws it away, and it's going to be Cimarron ball. They're going to whistle a foul on Miller. It's Zane's first team foul on the Dragons, even though they have it as their third team foul. I think it is the third team foul, actually. Hamilton with it, feeds it down low to Schlesinger. Kennedy collides with Thomas to get it back. Shot on the way, no good, tipped around. And they're going to say out of bounds. Last touch by Cimarron as Durden hit the floor, fighting for the rebound. Corday Hayes into the game for the Dragons, who'll replace Zane Miller. Thomas bringing it up the floor. Driving into the lane, has it stripped away by Hamilton. I don't know where he was going with it. There was nothing but white jerseys waiting for him in the lane there. And there's a travel violation going to be called against Hamilton as he tried to get it around Meadows, who had set up to take a charge. And Hamilton did a good job of avoiding the contact, but had to take an extra step. And that gives it back to the Dragons, leading by 2 with about 4 minutes to play third quarter. Durden with it, gives it up to Hayes, way out top. Now Thomas with it, he'll take the 3, in and out. Rebound comes down to Schlesinger. He'll give it up to Hamilton, and Cimarron bringing it up the floor. Kennedy with it. Looking for some help as he picked up his dribble, now kicks it over to Keeler. Keeler baseline, looking for a shot, gives it up to Kennedy, driving into the lane, runner, no good, gets his own rebound. Nobody boxed out the shooter, and he gets his own rebound in the putback. Cox with it. And an offensive foul against the Dragons. Let's see who they call this one against.
Foul number 3, Wyatt Thomas, his 13th.
That's Thomas, another weird foul. That's Wyatt's 3rd. And Coach Moss going to leave him in the game with 3 fouls. We're in the third quarter. It's not that big of a gamble. There's some weird calls in this one. English with it now way out beyond the arc, gives it up to Sunday, trying to look down low for Salto, but Durden was right there, so Sunday kept it, and then he's bashed into by Thomas, and Wyatt will pick up his 4th. Yep, time to sit.
Foul number 3, Wyatt Thomas, his 4th, team 5th.
Thomas just kind of playing outside of himself a little bit today, and has picked up 4 fouls, which is not characteristic for him as Sunday hits the free throw. Navaratnam back into the game, replacing Thomas. And they're going to get a lane violation against Cimarron, which will hand it over to Pittsburgh. The free throw is going to be no good by Sunday anyway, but no chance for a rebound for Cimarron. Dragons with it, trailing by 1 with about 3 minutes to play third quarter. Davis with it, top of the key, hands off to Meadows, driving, kicks out to Durden. Danny way outside with it, needs help, gets it in the lane to Meadows. And there's a foul after the rebound. It's going to go against the Dragons. And they're going to whistle this one on Ryder Arnett, who just checked into the game.
Foul number 33, Ryder Arnett.
So Arnett gets into the scorebook, but not in a good way. And Sunday's just seems like he spent about half this quarter at the free throw line. Hits the first, misses the second. Durden with the rebound. Ahead to Davis, and here come the Dragons quickly. Davis hits the brakes, kicks it back to Durden, thought about a 3. Now over to Arnett. Now Navaratnam drives, loses the dribble, and turns it over to Salto. And he's whistled for a travel because he got up to his knees. Well, it ain't pretty. Dragons trailing it by a bucket. Chance to tie it up right here if he can get a decent shot. Arnett thought about a 3 from the corner, picks up his dribble, cross-court pass to Navaratnam. He'll take it off the back iron, no good. Rebound, Durden. Back to Navaratnam, around to Davis, puts it on the floor, into the lane. Jamarcus through traffic, off the glass and good. First bucket of the second half for Jamarcus Davis. That ties the game at 35. Sunday with it, up top. Kicks it into the corner, shot on the way from English. Over the top of the backboard, but didn't touch the shot clock, so we play on. Davis down the floor, gives it up to Meadows. He's fouled by Sunday, and will head to the line to shoot 2. I'm like, you got to call that, right?
Foul number 10, Ethan Sunday, his 3rd, team 4.
So They have that as the third foul on Sunday. Meadows' first shot, it's good. Malachi's got 10 and another shift change for Cimarron. Got the Wamego crowd coming in, taking their seats for the nightcaps tonight as Meadows misses the second, tipped out of bounds, last touch by Durden. And it will be Cimarron ball. Dragons leading by 1 with under 2 minutes to play third quarter. Hamilton to inbound. Dragons showing some full court pressure. Cimarron breaks it pretty effectively. And Hamilton with it now being guarded by Arnett. Big height advantage there for Arnett. Spinning into the lane and a travel as he drug the pivot foot, did Justin Keeler. And that'll give it back to the Dragons, leading by 1, a minute 39 to play third quarter. Pittsburgh really used some points here. Haven't been able to get outside shots to fall in this second half. Hit a couple big ones in the first half, did the Dragons, but Davis picks up his dribble, now kicked around. Meadows into the lane. Little runner won't go. Malachi gets his own rebound, and he's fouled under the bucket, battling for position. And they get that foul on Alex Schlesinger. That's his second. Meadows again at the free throw line to shoot 2. He was 1 of 2 from the stripe moments ago. He's 2 for 4 from the line tonight. First one off the back iron. Bend the knees, bend the knees. Meadows misses them both. Rebound comes down to Kennedy. So missed opportunity that time by the Dragons. Hanging on to a 1-point lead. Trying to keep it interesting, you know. Kennedy with it, guarded by Corday Hayes. Now he goes baseline. Everybody lets him go. And he hands it off to Sunday. And a foul on the shot attempt by Danny Durden. That should be Durden's second. And just everybody left the ball handler and left Durden on an island to guard 2 guys. I'm not sure that that was the defensive call, but that's what happened. Normally you switch, somebody stays with the ball. Durden with the rebound on the missed free throw. Dragons still, now they're trailing by 1. Davis gives it up to Miller. Into the lane, kicks it out to Navaratnam, open for 3. Off the iron, no good. Caden just hasn't had the range in this second half. It hasn't stopped him from shooting, but off the mark on that one. Wilson with it outside, guarded by Miller. Spinning over to Hamilton. Hamilton gets it over to Wilson again, driving baseline. He's double teamed, his shot blocked, and the ball taken out of his hands basically by Durden. So Dragons get a stop. Can they get some points here? Navaratnam gives it back to Davis. 6 seconds on the clock. And there's a foul inside as Zane Miller was coming across the lane. I think they're going to whistle this one on Wilson. And they do. That's his third. So now fouls starting to add up a little bit for Cimarron. As Zane Miller heads to the line with a chance to tie or give the Dragons a lead. Well, now just a chance to tie. Miller a little bit frustrated with himself. Let's get some hard dribbles there. Hits the second. And we're tied at 37. Timeout. Cimarron. Coach Chilton wants to talk it over with his team. It's a full timeout. We'll take it as well. Tied at 37. 2.8 left to play in the third quarter. You're watching Dragon Basketball on Pittsburgh Sports Live.
Whether you're trying to make the most of the next harvest, navigating a changing business landscape, or planning for the next chapter in your life, the professionals at Prime Accounting Solutions are here to help. With 10 locations, Prime Accounting offers convenient, friendly accounting and tax services at a fair price. Payroll, bookkeeping, business planning, personal tax filing, and more. And now Prime is the place to go for insurance. To find a location near you, go to primeaccounting.net.
Cimarron to inbound the ball, coming out of the timeout, 2.8 seconds. They get it into Hamilton. He's got a free run and an open look at a three for Justin Keeler, and I'm sure that's not the defense Coach Moss wanted to see coming out of that timeout. An open look for a three for Keeler. He's hit 2 so far tonight. Can't connect on that one. And after 3, we're tied at 37. We'll take a quick break and we'll be back. You're watching Dragon Basketball on Pittsburgh Sports Live.
At Girard Medical Center, our physical and occupational therapy department is dedicated to helping you bounce back stronger. Whether you're recovering from an injury, surgery, or just want to move better every day. From student athletes to seniors, we provide personalized care and expert support right here at home. To learn more about our therapy department and our other services, visit GirardMedicalCenter.com, a proud supporter of the Girard Trojans and your hometown team for health and healing. Rooted in rural, focused on you.
Having the right financial partner can make all the difference. Community National Bank and Trust believes banking should do more than just hold your money. We support your goals, simplify your day-to-day, and give you room to grow with quality banking services. Withdraw, transfer, invest, apply for loans, and talk with our banking professionals online, over the phone, or in person. Let Community National Bank and Trust help you build a banking experience that works for you. Community National Bank and Trust, equal housing lender and member FDIC.
One quarter left to play. We're tied at 37 here at the Trinity Academy Tournament in Wichita. Dragons taking on the Cimarron Blue Jays. Man, a better pass down low would have been a wide open layup for Malachi Meadows. Instead, the Dragons turn it over. And now Cimarron with the ball, an opportunity to take the lead here. Meadows wide open under the bucket. A pass that was anywhere within his reach would have resulted in an easy layup, and instead a terrible pass. And Meadows had to track it down and then threw the ball away. But then Cimarron returns the favor by committing traveling on an inbound play, which is one you don't see every day either. Davis gets it into Durden just barely over the top of Sunday. Now the Dragons trying to set up the offense as Durden gives it back to Davis. And now Navaratnam with it at the top of the key, throws it away almost, and the Dragons fortunate to get it back as Davis battled for the loose ball. And the passing, man, whoa. Rough at times for these Dragons. Whistled that foul on Heddleston. It's his first. Davis with it at the elbow, now needs help, has it poked away, gets it back, which means he can dribble through traffic, off the glass and good is Jamarcus Davis. He's got 6 points. Now down on the other end, here come the Blue Jays. Keeler with it, guarded by Navaratnam. You got some wide open guys out here on the perimeter. Durden does a great job getting to that one, saves it, and now the Dragons have it coming back the other way. See if they can take care of the basketball, get a good shot, make some good passes. Navaratnam with it, hands it off to Miller. kicks it back out to Davis, picks up his dribble. Now Navaratnam with it. Down the lane, Caden tripped up, his shot no good, and he'll head to the line to shoot two. That one, he managed to just get that shot up was impressive. And Huddleston picks up his second pretty quickly. And Navaratnam at the line to try and add to this Dragon lead. Free throw shooting is going to be important, and he misses. Maybe in practice, some free throws. I missed a good chunk of that first quarter. I could give you the team's free throw stats for the game as Navaratnam hits the second. Dragons by 3. Still just a one-possession game. It's like we do not want to pull more than one possession ahead. And get it over to Keeler. Open three-pointer from the corner for English. No good. Out of bounds. Last touch by Sunday. And it will be Dragon ball. See if we can push this one past a one-possession lead. And here Coach Moss calling in the play. Get it to Jamarcus Davis in traffic. Davis off the glass and good. 6 points in the second half for Jamarcus Davis after just one bucket in the first half. Now the Dragons showing a little half-court trap action as Wilson wisely backs into the backcourt but then throws it away. Ahead to Zane Miller, and he has it stripped away. You got to keep fighting for the ball. Miller just watches as Wilson gets it. He thought he was fouled, but you got to keep playing. And again, the Dragons get a turnover. Meadows ahead to Navaratnam off the glass and good. And a timeout on the floor. Meadows fired up down there. And it's a 30-second timeout. We'll stay right here. We're going to have another shift change for Cimarron. And, whoa. Up and down affair. It hasn't been necessarily pretty the whole time, but the Dragons a beneficiary of the ugliness. And they lead it by 7. But no lead is safe. 5:46 to play. Long way to go for Pittsburg. Trying to hold on to this lead and hold off a very game Cimarron Blue Jay squad. And Cimarron's had some real good looks at the basket. Fortunately for the Dragons, they haven't gotten the shots to fall here in this second half. If they had, this would be a different story. Hamilton to inbound. Gets it back. Up court working against Navaratnam. Gets away with a little bit of a push there. Pass inside tipped. And there's a scrum for it. And Davis comes away with it. Gets it to Meadows off the glass and good. And the Dragon lead is 9. Sunday is fouled by Navaratnam way out past the three-point line. Not where you want to foul somebody. And there's a timeout on the floor, full timeout. Dragons by 9. We'll take a quick break and we'll be back here watching Dragon basketball on Pittsburgh Sports Live.
You've heard go big or go home. At Big Iron Auctions, you can go big from home. With thousands of pieces of equipment, active auctions, bidding at your convenience, and an easy-to-use site, BigIronAuctions.com can help you grow big. Call Tyler Jackman at 620-404-8115 to see how Big Iron Auctions can help grow your operation. Bid now, list now at BigIronAuctions.com.
It's The Rush. Every touchdown, basket, goal, or lap is filled with excitement. It's why we love the game. It's why we play the game. It's also why we bet on the game. The Rush is why we need a plan to bet responsibly and not lose more than we can afford. Problem sports gambling can ruin the love we have for sports. So know when enough is enough. Know when the game is playing you. Contact 1-800-GAMBLER for help today.
5:24 to play. Dragons leading by 9. Cimarron with the ball coming out of the timeout. This is Christian Kennedy with it, being guarded by Malachi Meadows. Gets it to Hamilton, middle of the lane. Good look to draw Durden and hit an open Salto under the bucket. 4 points for Salto tonight. Dragon lead down to 7. Davis with it. He'll pull the trigger on a 3, in and out. And if you're Dragons, you want a higher percentage shot than that probably out of Davis. He's been, what? Navaratnam throws it away. Dragons fortunate to get it back. Here comes Meadows driving baseline to Zane Miller. Off the glass, no good, but Miller's fouled. And there's just too many bodies to throw a pass at chest level there for Navaratnam. Try and get it down low. I think he was looking for Davis maybe. I don't know. A lot of white jerseys in there. Man, the Dragons fortunate not to get a transition bucket on the other end as Miller continues to struggle from the free throw line. Dragons as a team kind of struggling tonight. He's 1 for 3 from the stripe in this second half. And misses the second. Free throws are important, and the Dragons leave 2 points out there again. And wouldn't want to make this a blowout. Kennedy with it. And now back in the hands of Hamilton. They get it down low to Sunday, but Davis there to cut him off. Back out to Kennedy, open for 3. And it deadheads off the back iron and rolls in. Sheesh. 5 points in the second half for Christian Kennedy. Dragons really could use a good possession on the offensive end. Davis with it, over to Navaratnam. Top of the key to Meadows, driving down the lane. Meadows is fouled, and the shot hits every part of the rim and won't fall. But two shots at the line for Malachi Meadows, and Meadows 1 for 4 from the stripe here in this second half. As a team, the Dragons abysmal from the free throw line in this second half. Hopefully Meadows can get it going right here. Ew, rattled in. It wanted to go out, but it fell. Meadows hits the first one. What's the discussion here? You're trying to ice the free throw shooter? What are we doing? The Meadows hit the first one 10 minutes ago. Now we're ready for the second. Second one deadheads off the back iron, no good. So Meadows 2 of 6 from the free throw line in this second half. Kennedy with it on the other end. A mass substitution going to happen for Cimarron. They get it into Salto, working against Miller. He's double teamed. Now to Kennedy. His shot blocked by Durden, and Durden comes away with it. Ahead off the hands of Meadows. Oh, man. Oh, it's excruciating. 5-point lead for the Dragons. Cimarron ball off the turnover. Meadows was all alone. All you had to do is get a pass down somewhere where he could catch it, and it just too high off his hands, out of bounds. Dragons turn it over. They get it in. Dragons showing a little bit of full court pressure. Meadows down the floor with Wilson. Into the lane. Shot blocked by Durden again, this time into the hands of Meadows. Into the lane, Malachi goes. He's going to be whistled for a travel. Lost the dribble coming across the lane. Well, Dragons have a knack for turning the ball over in transition like no team I've ever seen. Cimarron with another chance. Dragons have left 4 points on the board on the last 2 possessions in transition, and the lead just 5 with 3:15 to play. And another turnover, no foul on the shove on Meadows. And now, walk it up the floor. Let's burn some time. If we're not going to score, at least take a bunch of time off the clock. And Miller with it, the free throw line, drives into a crowd, kicks it over to Durden, and he's fouled down low as Sunday got into Danny Durden, and he'll head to the free throw line to shoot 2. This is Durden's first trip to the stripe tonight. First one hits the front iron and rolls over. Durden has 7 points, trying to make it 8 right here as he pushes the Dragon lead to 6. Still just a 2-possession game. Second shot on the way from Durden off the back iron. No good. Tipped around. Rebound comes down to Heddleston. And then what happened? An offensive foul? Yeah. I guess they're going to whistle that one on Logan Heddleston. That's his third. I made the mistake of looking down at my sheet, so I missed what exactly happened there, but it was an offensive foul whistled against Heddleston. Davis gets it into Meadows, over to Miller. He'll try a three, way off the mark. Rebounded by Heddleston. Don't take any time off the clock, just hoist the three. 2:38 to play, Dragons leading by 6. Heddleston with it, kicks it over on the far side to Wilson. Back in the lane now, Sunday with it, and he drops a 20-footer. He's got 7 points. And if you're the Dragons, take a little time off the clock. What the heck? Zane Miller pushing the issue down the lane, now gives it up to Navaratnam. And Meadows with it, gives it up to Jamarcus Davis, back to Navaratnam. Over to Miller on the far side. Zane driving baseline, and he traveled with it. 4-point lead for the Dragons. Doing their best to keep Cimarron in this game. And it's the unforced errors that just really hurt the Dragons in this second half. Cimarron's there. They've played pretty decently on the offensive end, but for the Dragons, they're throwing the ball away, traveling. Weird turnovers that you just don't normally see. Sunday with it in the lane. Shot on the way off the back iron. No good. Rebound Durden. Now Davis with it. Coach Moss kind of begging his team to take it easy. He gives it up to Miller. Into the lane. Pass to Durden. He's fouled. And Danny will head to the line to shoot 2. And they whistle that one on Heddleston. Heddleston's like, me? That's his 4th. But Cimarron, fortunate, they play like a 10-man deep rotation, and when they sub 5 guys. It's crazy. As Durden hits the first. I mean, you're fortunate as a coach if you got 5 guys that you can just sub into the game en masse. And that's what Coach Chilton's been able to do for Cimarron. Durden hits them both, and those are clutch free throws there by Danny Durden to push this Dragon lead back to 6 with 1:34 to play. The timeout, Dragons, 30-second timeout. We'll stay right here. Durden's been a force under the bucket tonight. He's got probably 4 or 5 blocks, some clutch rebounds, and then down the stretch here, some pretty good free throw shooting as well, as he's 3 for 4 from the stripe in this 4th quarter. But the Dragons as a team have not shot free throws well tonight. And if they have made their free throws, they'd be running away with this game. And they've earned a lot of trips to the line as well because they've been very aggressive going to the bucket, and that's certainly something you want to see out of this team. But you got to close the deal by making the free throws when you're fouled. Ethan Sunday to inbound. Dragons showing some full court pressure here. And it's going to result in almost a run out. Nice play by Jamarcus Davis. The back end, the safety valve on the defense there as he deflects that pass out of bounds and gives the Dragons a chance to reset their defense and fight another day here. Inbound play. Get it into the corner to Heddleston. Drives into the lane, kicks it out. 3-pointer on the way, off the mark. Heddleston with the rebound, though, and the putback is good. First bucket I've got in my book for Heddleston. Again, I missed a good chunk of that first quarter. Dragons by 4, a minute 14 to play. And Navaratnam almost lost the ball, and fortunately, a foul call was made. Oh, no, it's against Navaratnam. He did lose the ball, and they whistled a foul on Zane Miller somehow. Miller's like me. I wasn't even anywhere near it. Whatever. At this point of the game, Miller's not in foul trouble, so Sunday gives it up to Wilson. Nobody's going to come over finally. Somebody guards him. Shot on the way, no good. Rebound, Durden, and he's fouled on the rebound by Wilson. And that'll be 4 on Wilson by my count. Heck, who knows? And that'll send Durden to the line to shoot 2. And if you're the Dragons, that's who you want shooting free throws at this point.
Kobe Wilson is 4.
Under a minute to play, Dragons by 4. Durden misses the first. If you make a free throw here, you really put the pressure on Cimarron, and Durden misses them both. Man, free throws for the Dragons. If Cimarron comes out of here with a win, the Dragons drop this game, you can point to turnovers and free throws as a thing that costs the Dragons a game. And they're going to say it stays with Cimarron. Looked like it was off the leg of Heddleston, but official says otherwise. It'll stay with the Blue Jays, 36.5. Dragons could really use a stop. Not going to get it there as nobody closed out the middle. And an easy inbound play to Heddleston, or excuse me, Cade Sunday. And Cimarron calls a quick timeout, stops the clock with 32.8. 2-point game. Man, you think about in the second half, all of the transition opportunities the Dragons squandered, opportunities at the free throw line they've squandered. This should be about a 10-point game at this point, but here it is, a 2-point game because of unforced errors and missed free throws. And it's way more interesting than it needs to be here with 32.8 seconds left to play. The Dragons are going to have the ball, I would think. Yep, coming out of the timeout. And need to take care of the basketball. You can have a missed shot if you take. There's no shot clock. You can run all the time off the clock, force them to foul, but you've got to make some free throws. Dragons lined up here like it's a football play. Thomas gets it into Davis, ahead to Durden, and Dragons get across the timeline. They don't really need to run anything here. You just need to not turn the ball over. Davis with it, dribbling around, out of traffic, into traffic, out of traffic, and he's finally fouled. And that foul's on Keeler. I have it as his second. And it will send Davis to the line to shoot 2. These are important free throws. Every free throw in this second half has been important. None more than these right here. Big free throws for Jamarcus Davis. First one on the way is good. Now you kind of start putting some pressure on this offense for Cimarron. Down by 3. You're going to require them to make a 3-point bucket. And if you're Pittsburgh, you cannot foul a 3-point shooter, because you know they're going to attempt a 3-pointer. Second one on the way from Davis is good. That's huge. That is huge. Dragons by 4, 52-48, 13.5 left to play. It's a full timeout. We'll step away. Dragons going for the win. When we come back, you're watching Dragon Basketball on Pittsburgh Sports Live.
From the phone call to the service call, Roto-Rooter is there with fast and reliable sewer and drain service. From repair and replacement to septic and grease trap pumping, Roto-Rooter is here for you. With video inspections, Roto-Rooter can identify the exact issue to get the repair done quickly and correctly. Complete sewer line repairs or replacements, Roto-Rooter has you covered. Serving Crawford, Bourbon, and Cherokee counties, Roto-Rooter, 620-231-5630.
Our whole vision of becoming the four-state agency was because we want to be able to grow with our clients, whether they have a lake house in Oklahoma, whether they're starting a business and expanding into Arkansas. We want to make sure that they're taken care of, whether it's home, auto, financial services, or even life insurance. We want to walk through the state.
Cimarron with the ball quickly down the floor. Into the lane. Dragons just kind of let him go. Colby Wilson hits the 2. The lead is 2. And the clock continues to run. Nobody kind of paid any mind, and that's going to do it. As Cimarron out of timeouts, couldn't stop the clock. And the Dragons come away with a 52-50 win. And it wasn't pretty at times, but the Dragons got it done. And a win is a win is a win. And the Dragons take the 2-point victory over Cimarron. The boys improved to 2-3 on the season. They've got their first win last night against Wamego, pick up their second tonight against Cimarron. And it's a win streak officially, 2 games for the Dragons, and they're trying to try and keep it going. Tomorrow afternoon, they will face the host school, Trinity Academy. And Trinity's boys were victorious last night over this Cimarron team. They won that one 68-49. The Dragons win this one 52-50. And get the win. We'll step away for a quick break. Be back with the postgame show. You're watching Dragon Basketball on Pittsburgh Sports Live.
Whether you're trying to make the most of the next harvest, navigating a changing business landscape, or planning for the next chapter in your life, the professionals at Prime Accounting Solutions are here to help. With 10 locations, Prime Accounting offers convenient, friendly accounting and tax services at a fair price. Payroll, bookkeeping, business planning, personal tax filing, and more. And now Prime is the place to go for insurance. To find a location near you, go to primeaccounting.net.
At the Farm and Ranch Division of the Four-State Agency, we're a team of experts who genuinely care about you and your farming operation. That's why whether it's a visit to your farm or a friendly chat at our office, we're committed to delivering the service you deserve. Our team is fully licensed in both crop insurance and LRP, allowing us to cover your entire farming operation across Kansas, Missouri, Oklahoma, and Arkansas. Contact us today to see how we can help.
Selling equipment can be a hassle. Whether you're needing to replace an old tractor or you're finally getting to retire, the time and energy needed to clean, prep, promote, and sell seems daunting. That's why you need Tyler Jackman and Big Iron Auctions. From one piece to the whole farm, Big Iron Auctions can deliver your items to more than 750,000 registered bidders. Call Tyler Jackman at 620-404-8115 or learn more at BigIronAuctions.com. From the phone call to the service call, Roto-Rooter is there with fast and reliable sewer and drain service. From repair and replacement to septic and grease trap pumping, Roto-Rooter is here for you. With video inspections, Roto-Rooter can identify the exact issue to get the repair done quickly and correctly. Complete sewer line repairs or replacements, Roto-Rooter has you covered. Serving Crawford, Bourbon, and Cherokee counties, Roto-Rooter, 620-231-5630.
Nothing says luxury like a Lincoln. Take advantage of 0% financing for 66 months right now on the all-new Lincoln Navigator. Come see us today at Mike Carpino Family of Ford Lincoln Dealerships, Columbus, Parsons, Pittsburgh.
Welcome back to Trinity Academy in Wichita. Day 2 of the Trinity Academy tournament. Pittsburgh Purple Dragons win one. A nail-biter, 52-50 over the Cimarron Blue Jays in a game that Dragons were in the control of the game for most of the way. Almost led pretty much all the way, except for a brief period there in the second quarter, but Cimarron came back there at the end to make it interesting, and the Dragons had trouble with free throws in the second half, which would have really put this one to bed back in the early fourth quarter, but they managed to pull out the 52-50 win, get their second win of the season, improve to 2-3 on the year. And let's take a look at some of these scoring totals from tonight's game. First, for the Cimarron Blue Jays, they're led in scoring by Colby Wilson. He had 12. Cade Sunday added 9. Christian Kennedy had 5. Tanner Hamilton and Diego Salto with 4 points each. And then Asher English and Logan Heddleston with a bucket each to round out the scoring for Cimarron. For the Dragons, they're led in scoring by Jamarcus Davis, who had 10 points, 8 of those coming in the second half. Danny Durden finished with 9, 5 of those coming in the second half. Caden Navaratnam finished with 6. And I was wrong. Malachi Meadows led the Dragons in scoring with 13 points, 9 of those coming in the first half. Then Jamarcus Davis with 10, Durden with 9, Navaratnam with 6, and then Landon Jesse and Gabe Cox with 4 points each to round out the scoring for the Dragons tonight. And they needed every one of those points to get out of here with a 52-50 win over Cimarron, but it is a win. And the Dragons going to have their work cut out for them tomorrow as they take on the host school, Trinity Academy. And eat your breakfast, get ready. Girls going to tip off at 1 o'clock in the afternoon. Pre-game will start at about 12:30, God willing. And the boys to follow at about 2:30. And then back in action Tuesday are the Dragons, as they will play Coffeyville on the road at Coffeyville in the first game of the SEK League schedule for the Dragons. And I mean, as rough as the beginning of this season started for Pittsburgh, you've seen noticeable improvement against Webb City on Tuesday night, and that continued last night against Wamego a little bit. And then tonight, the Dragons they gutted one out against Cimarron, and it wasn't pretty, but these types of wins really help you grow. And that's what we're hoping to see early on in this season. And right now we're joined by head coach Jesse Moss. And Coach, a bit of a nail biter, 52-50, but a win is a win. And you guys gutted one out down the stretch, and you got to be kind of proud of your guys tonight.
Yeah, anytime.
Oh, hold on. It helps if I take you off mute.
Oh.
Get a little closer there.
Yeah, anytime you can get a win, even if it's an ugly one, we'll take it. So didn't play the best, but find ways to win ugly games. So super proud of the guys for the way we found a way to win an ugly one.
A big night for Malachi Meadows, 13 points. Jamarcus Davis with 10 down the stretch. And really Jamarcus kind of showing his leadership there, taking the game in his own hands down the stretch and hitting some big free throws to ice it for you guys.
Yeah, Jamarcus was in foul trouble early. It was good he finally got his rhythm going in the fourth quarter, so we were super excited that he finally got going a little bit.
And now you got the host school, Trinity Academy, tomorrow. I know your opportunities to scout these guys haven't been very many early in the year, but what have you seen out of Trinity thus far, and what are you guys going to have to limit to come out with a win over them?
Yeah, so we get a combination of Cimarron and we get a combination of Wamego. Kind of the outside shooting and skill of Wamego mixed with Cimarron's size and length and athleticism, and So it's gonna be a tall task. Wichita Trinity plays super duper hard, and I got to watch them last night and have some film on them. And their coach is a buddy of mine, so I'm looking forward to going up against him. Got a great team, and he's a great coach. So it's gonna be a challenge for all of us, but we're ready for it. Bring it on.
Yeah, I kind of wondered what's in the water out there in Cimarron. Half their roster's over 6 foot. They got a 6'4" kid, a couple 6'3" kids, and able to do entire shift changes with 5 players subbing in and out. I mean, that's a pretty deep rotation for such a kind of a smaller school. And, man, a lot of height. I'm just like, what are they feeding them?
One of my friends is from Cimarron, so Matt Mowry, you said you were going to watch this. If you are, man, shout out to you, brother. Yeah, Cimarron has a kind of a tradition of always has some big farm kids, and man, they played. I told their coach after the game they played hard as hell. So it was good for us to have to face some adversity early, and then in the second half especially find a way to lengthen our lead, and just kind of got after it from there. And gosh, we're going to shoot free throws for about an hour tomorrow at shoot around.
You said I was going to bring up the free throw shooting struggles, because if you guys hit all your free throws in the second half, I mean, every coach wants to hit all their free throws. It never happens, but you really could have put this one to bed and early in the fourth quarter if the free throws are falling. But the free throws at a couple of missed opportunities in transition and kind of let them hang around a little bit.
Yeah, no, I mean, it's one of those things we work on and was brought up in our preseason team meeting. I was looking at our stats from last year as a team, and we shot 50% from the league. From the free throw line. We are about the same right now, so looks like we need to spend some more time on it. But hey, if we can win games not making free throws, imagine what we can do when we make them.
And a 10,000-foot view, we talked early in the season about the pace you were trying to create here as far as the game after game competition that these guys had to face, and the level of competition. Next Tuesday, league schedule starts up on the road at Coffeyville. How do you feel like this first 6 games of the year has prepared your guys for league play?
I think it's great. I think I know for a fact no other team in our league has played a tougher schedule than we have up to when we start league play. So it can only help us. It can't hurt us.
All right. Coach, well, thanks for coming up and joining us after this game. I know you guys are probably hungry, and it's been a long day. And congratulations on the win, and we'll see you tomorrow early afternoon for your matchup against the host school here, Trinity Academy. But congratulations tonight.
Yes, sir. Thank you so much for being here. God bless.
All right, that's head coach Jesse Moss of the Pittsburg Purple Dragons, and they come out on top tonight, 52-50 with the win over Cimarron High School, and they're back in action tomorrow. Quick turnaround, so kids better drink a bunch of water and take a hot shower, get ready for the Trinity Academy Knights tomorrow afternoon. The girls will tip at 1 o'clock. Pre-game show starts at about 12:30. Boys to follow at about 2:30. So no rest for the Wicked or no rest for the Dragons either way. And we'll have that for you here on Pittsburgh Sports Live. We'll take a quick break. We'll be back. You're watching Dragon Basketball on Pittsburgh Sports Live.
It's The Rush. Every touchdown, basket, goal, or lap is filled with excitement. It's why we love the game. It's why we play the game. It's also why we bet on the game. The Rush is why we need a plan to bet responsibly and not lose more than we can afford. Problem sports gambling can ruin the love we have for sports. So know when enough is enough. Know when the game is playing you. Contact 1-800-GAMBLER for help today.
Having the right financial partner can make all the difference. Community National Bank and Trust believes banking should do more than just hold your money. We support your goals, simplify your day-to-day, and give you room to grow with quality banking services. Withdraw, transfer, invest, apply for loans, and talk with our banking professionals online, over the phone, or in person. Let Community National Bank and Trust help you build a banking experience that works for you. Community National Bank and Trust, equal housing lender and member FDIC.
Chicken Annie's of Girard is something to crow about. Their family-style restaurant continues a Southeast Kansas tradition with their specialty fried chicken, plus famous homemade onion rings, chicken and noodles, and so much more. And of course, their delicious homemade pies. Dine in or carry out available. Chicken Annie's of Girard has the best value, flavor, and service in the area. Stop in soon or call for catering. 620-724-4090.
You've heard go big or go home. At Big Iron Auctions, you can go big from home. With thousands of pieces of equipment, active auctions, bidding at your convenience, and an easy-to-use site, BigIronAuctions.com can help you grow big. Call Tyler Jackman at 620-404-8115 to see how Big Iron Auctions can help grow your operation. Bid now, list now at BigIronAuctions.com.
At GN Bank, we're your neighbor. We see you at the store. We cheer with you at the local football games, serving you with the same friendly faces you have come to know and trust. GN Bank, the best place to bank and borrow.
At Girard Medical Center, our physical and occupational therapy department is dedicated to helping you bounce back stronger. Whether you're recovering from an injury, surgery, or just want to move better every day. From student athletes to seniors, we provide personalized care and expert support right here at home. To learn more about our therapy department and our other services, visit GirardMedicalCenter.com, a proud supporter of the Girard Trojans and your hometown team for health and healing. Rooted in rural, focused on you.
When it comes to having your labs drawn, you have a choice of where to go. For 30 years, MagLab has focused on providing quality lab work that is accurate and timely. MagLab's walk-in service typically gets you in and out in under 5 minutes with same-day results. Locally owned and operated, MagLab takes most insurances, including Medicaid, and has historically had the lowest out-of-pocket prices. So when it comes to having labs drawn, don't be told where to go. Choose for yourself. Choose MagLab.
Hold on. It's monstrous.
With Crawcan's multi-gig internet, you can experience monstrous speeds for every device in your home or business at the same time for a low, no-nonsense price.
Welcome back one final time to Trinity Academy here in Wichita. It's the second day of the Trinity Academy tournament, and today the Pittsburg Dragons pick up a couple of wins. The girls won by 10, 39-29 over Cimarron, and the boys held on for a 52-50 nail-biter down the stretch, also against Cimarron. Dragons back in action tomorrow against the home school here, Trinity Academy. And the Dragon girls will play at 1 o'clock. Our pregame coverage will start at 12:30. The boys to follow at about 2:30. So set your alarm and be ready to go. 12:30 in the afternoon tomorrow. And it sounds a little bit early, but man, the team from Wamego, those girls tip off at 10:30 in the morning. And so that's a quick turnaround because they're getting ready to take the court right now as they're going to take on Trinity Academy tonight. And then when these girls are done, back to a hotel and hopefully straight to bed and then back up in the morning for a 10:30 a.m. tip. Thankfully, the Dragons don't have to do that, but it's early enough. As the girls play at 1, the boys follow at about 2:30. We'll have both of those games for you here on Pittsburgh Sports Live. And then coming up next week on Tuesday night, the Dragons on the road in Coffeyville to take on the Field Kindley High School Golden Tornado. And the first game of SEK League play. And it's been a wild and woolly first 6 games for these Dragons. But they should be well-traveled and well-seasoned for the beginning of SEK League play. And you heard Coach Moss say it there. He doesn't think any other team in the SEK has played a tougher early season schedule than the Dragons have. And hopefully that bears fruit, pays dividends, whatever you want to say for this Dragons squad. As the girls are 3-2, the boys 2-3 to begin the year. And SEK League play starting on Tuesday, but they got a couple more games to play here in Wichita. We'll have those for you tomorrow afternoon. So tune in to Pittsburgh Sports Live for Purple Dragon basketball tomorrow. But for tonight, that's going to do it for us here at Trinity Academy. For my beautiful wife, Jenny, running the camera for me tonight, putting up with my antics, I'm Josh Lettner saying thanks for joining us. You've been watching Dragon basketball on Pittsburgh Sports Live.
From the gridiron to the hardcourt, the pitch to the mat, don't miss any of the action. We're there with live, local sports coverage at VarsitySportsLive.com.